Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, friends. Happy Monday morning for me. Happy whatever day, time it is for you. Happy time zones wherever you are. It is June for me. Isn't that cray? Isn't that so cray? Isn't that weird? We are almost halfway through the year. It feels like the longest decade, the last few months. Hello, Zach. World Parrot Day today. That's awesome. Rich, hello. Mrs. G, hello. Julie Cat, hello. Nyla, hello. Tessie, hello. It's good to see all of you. How are things? You're eating your granola, about to bake a confetti cake sounds so good right now. Clearly, I need to be eating noms, but that's okay. We are going to have a really fun time. Hello, hello. Let me fix this. Oh wait, no, we're at a new month, which means there we go. Hi friends, hello. So I have been really enjoying the new island. I'm going to like throw a flex. I was able to get the shop built without going to a mystery island and without cheating, as in like without going to like my son's island and getting rocks there. I did go to my son's island to get a ladder. But other than that, oh, and glasses, because I can't see without my glasses. So it's, for the most part, I've been very vanilla and like earning my keep and all that stuff. So I'm really excited to see what is going to be happening. But yes, Pride Month. Pride Month to all the pride and to all the proud people. Yes, I'm so excited. But we like to do a couple of things on the Artsy Gamer besides saying hello to Rainbow. We like to talk about our weekly goals and weekly wins. And so if you have anything that you want to share or anything you want to highlight or goals that you want to achieve this week, I want to hear it and celebrate along with you. It is a big cleaning week for us, I think, because there's stuff everywhere. We have so many doom piles, y'all. And I'm hoping to really just start decluttering finally. I know I've been saying that for months, but I will get there, I promise. And I want to continue working on my, my game development journey, which is very exciting. And yeah, so I want to hear what's going on for all of you. And we also like to do like incentives known as a bubble break. So if you know what that is, like the stream. But if you don't know what it is, like the stream and find out and drink some coffee. So friends, when we last left our hot mess, also my glasses are just so... Do you ever have those instances, like no matter how many times that you get your glasses clean, they're always unclean? Like they have been so... This like one little spot. Anyway, so I have been really loving my island. It's been very chill. It's that reset that I actually really needed. Axel is great. Phoebe is fun. And yeah, we're going to see who's going to be our next 3 villagers. But yeah, let's make this happen, shall we? There we go. There we go. Let's do a pop-out chat so I can see all your beautiful, beautiful words and faces. Glue, hello. Glue, not glitter. Why not glitter? Also, should I call you glue or glitter or something else? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Oh my gosh, I'm having... Man, the joys of having my hair down. Letting your hair down means that your hair is literally in your face. We have a lot of new people. Cool. Does that mean that we're not going to get... We're not going to get Mabel. We're not going to get Mabel today. Hello everyone, this is Tom Nook. It's 9:07 a.m. on this happy Monday, June 1st. Now for today's news. We have our museum. Yep, so that's the only thing that I really did differently is that I got the museum up and running. The shop is up, and now I've turned in everything except for, you know, art. So by the time we hit 3 stars, we'll get everything. But I need to show you all truly how 3.0 has changed the starting like vibes, because even Tom Nook says like, hey, there's a tab for the requests that I have from the for the tutorial. So for example, when I was building the log bridge, it had like a little request tab that had not only the 4 log stakes that you had to make for the log bridge, but it also had the log bridge itself. And I was like, that's incredible. That's amazing. Like, thank you. Actually, that's great. Yeah. So I got glasses. And I think I got an umbrella. But anyway, we got a house. And what should we do first? They have their houses. Cool. What should we do this morning? I'm kind of at a loss. So we have that girl sleeping. And yeah, actually, let's just go say hello to the NPCs, and then we'll see what's going on. Thank you so much, Crystal. How are you? Good luck on your well, I guess break a leg is the better term. But yes, good luck on your auditions, not additions, your auditions. Hello. Artsy, hello. What would you like to talk to me? Oh, is this it? Oh, it's because we gotta do this first. Okay. Yeah, so it has a request tab. I'll show you what this looks like. Hold on. Yeah, check my Nuke Miles Plus. Good idea. So I'm gonna show you. So with the 3.0, there's this new tab right here, and this shows everything that we need to craft for the individual houses, which is incredible. It's amazing. So I'm very excited about that. So we'll go say hi to... Wait, do I have money? Do I have money? We don't have money. Okay, I also bought turnips, so I need to do some turnip profit stuff. I know that I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry. So let's do turnip profit. And it was... Let's reset. We're resetting. Okay, so yes. First time buyer. 99. And then it looks like, yeah, it's going to be a small spike for everything. Yeah. Did I tell you that even though I didn't get cast in Greece, I got asked to be part of... Yes, you did. That's exciting. All right, let's do turnip prices. Is 93. So we'll see. Oh, not 999. Oh my goodness. 93. So it looks like Tuesday, Wednesday is the likely spike. Cool. That's it. So we don't have any money. We should probably do something about that at some point. Okay. Oh, no, Crystal, it's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's important just to talk about things. I have no issue with you resharing. So we need to grab money before we deal with red and with everything else. If we are super lucky, which I doubt, then maybe we'll get Money Rock Island in with the first 3 tickets, which would be awesome. What? No more memorizing? Nope, no more memorizing. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Yeah, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it, but it's so awesome. I think that... Oh, that's a bug I don't have. That's a bug I don't have. Okay, hold on. There we go. Thank you. If you break, Shovel, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad if you break. Don't break, please. Don't break, please. Don't break, please. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so now I can buy things from Red. That was my major concern. And I did see a banded whatever. Wherever the heck it went. Probably went over there. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is deal with all of this. You always remember the interior items, but not the exterior ones. I always remember the exterior ones, not the interior ones. Because for some reason, the Pappy one, I'm like, is it the table or is it like the bed? I don't know. I beg your pardon, I'm a bit of night owl, don't you know, drowsy in the daytime. But more importantly, if it isn't artsy, at long last, Mount Utori Museum has Mount Utori, not Mutori, an impressive feat of engineering, craftsmanship, and good old island ingenuity, is it not? And of course, it was your very own donations that made it possible. So to you, I say thank you. Thank you. We missed Museum Day. We missed Museum Day. Oh no. I'm gonna head out. Have a good stream. Bye, Crystal. Best of luck to you. Is your audio wonky? Is audio wonky? No. Is it? Couldn't be. What's going on? Let me see. Let me do a quick check. Let me do a quick check. It doesn't seem to be for me. It doesn't seem to be for me. What's wonky about it? Testing, testing, sound. Mystic, hello, hi. Yeah, what do you mean by wonky? Is it like, what do you mean? Mine was just reload stream. Ailey, hello. Okay, we'll make that happen. I do need to find where Mr. Red is. Wait, I have... Audio seems fine? Okay. You know what's another thing that's available that we can play with? Hold on. We have the megaphone. So we're going to call Red because I can't be bothered. Yep. Alright. That's so weird. I'm sorry that... Let me know if it continues to be wonky. If not, stream's good here. I just only arrived. Yoshi, hello. Okay, ready? Red. There we go. Oh my gosh. Best feature ever. Best feature ever. Don't have to run around finding the man. It's great. You work in sales. What a great name. Intelligent, strong. I can already tell we're gonna be pals. No, not pals. Family. Artsy, it's a pleasure. They did such a good job having him use all of, like, the sales manipulation. It's so good. I love it. Alright, let's see. I'm in. Mine was your voice and was not together with your video. Weird. Weird. Okay. Well, let me know if it continues to be an issue. I don't know how I can fix that, but I'll try. I'll try. All right. Now where is Red? Red's right here. Perfect. Hey Bear, hello, it's good to see you. Also friends, just check to make sure that you are live. So here, let me see if I can do... Artsy, so glad you made it. I don't want a cousin who just wears an apron. Does it work for Celeste? I think so. One piece of art per day. I'm trying to think of like what is your live. Oh, okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. I think this one is the one that's the rarest of all of them that I've seen. Yeah, we'll buy that. Not going to regret it. I never regret buying art. I never regret it. And then... Nope, you have nothing that I haven't gotten already. Cool. Yeah, I think with every... Like, the first one, the first time that Red visits, it's always going to be real. I started my new island confetti. Oh, that's so cute! Quinn and Peck? Awesome. That's so cute. I don't think you can get two of the same species, right? But it's always really cool to get like two birds, right? Or like a bear and a cub together. That's fun. Okay. Store, I think we just need to go get these tickets, right? How many tickets do I have? Okay, I have 11,000, so I can get 3. I wonder if Red went to university for arts or criminal. I think he went to school for business and was like, how can I scam people? All right, is there anything else? Okay, cool. Oh wait, wow, there's a lot. There's a lot. Cool beans. Cool beans. So we just need to get 2 tickets. So that's going to be 4,000 Nook miles. And then we will be taking the villagers who are on the island. We're only doing a 1-ticket hunt, and if I don't want them, that's it. That's it. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think I'm gonna regret this though. I'm very excited. Alright, so we're gonna grab... Yep. Yep. Cool, cool, yep. We're gonna have 1. And then 2. I'm back. It was weird. First I wasn't live despite being here all along, and then it got crackly. Oh, weird. Yeah, there was somebody else who said that it was crackly as well. YouTube's having a Monday. It is the case of the Mondays. It is. It just feels like... I don't know. It just feels, right? This is also probably the time I should gather a lot of, not ingredients, but resources. I've already gotten quite a few, but I'm lacking on stone. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We get money rock and sister fruit, and then we'll be crack-a-lackin'. Okay, so let's do some stuff, some drop off. Oh, we have mail too. Look at my beautiful, I don't know what this is, but, oh wait, no, I need to hold on to you. So we're gonna drop, and drop, and we'll put you in storage, 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 and then I think we're gonna put you in storage. And then we're gonna replace it with that. There we go. Yeah. There we go. And then this here. So we have a good amount of things, of spaces. And then what do we have for mail before we go? Alright, so we got, okay, we'll worry about that later. Tradwife Court, how dare you? We were already talking about how tradwives expect other women to use their husbands for math. Don't you dare. It is Grandma Court. It is like cheap wallpaper for the cabin core, okay? Don't trash talk that wallpaper like that. That's rude. Tradwife core. Isn't there a movie coming out with Anne Hathaway? I think she purchased the rights of a novel where a tradwife influencer is like thrust back in time to the era that she's trying to normalize or whatever. Is it real? Is it really? Oh my god. Listen, I saw the book, it looked cool. It looked cool, but I didn't realize. So I'm so silly. I'm glad that that is the book, because I definitely want to read it. That's so funny. That is so funny. I wonder if do you think that that would be good for young adults, like for teens, to read it because of how much influencer culture has impacted quite literally this upcoming generation of Gen Z and Gen Alpha? The whole tradwife concept is so backwards. Well, it's not only that, but it's people cosplaying as stay-at-home spouses, basically, in my personal humble opinion. It's like these people do work. These women like do the edits, they do all of this stuff to make content. That is work. That's work. So I don't know. It's just, honestly, here's my thing. I personally feel like it's a kink. I'm just gonna say it. I think it's a kink, and they're trying just to get money off of it. All right. So, who do we have? Oh, it's Bertha! Oh my gosh. Most of the tradwives I've seen don't even actually use stuff from the era they're supposed to be emulating. It's all play pretend. I mean, I don't censor if a young adult comes across this, but I wouldn't recommend to a 13-year-old. Okay. Listen, for those who have been around for the artsy lore. Whoa, I love Bertha though. I do love Bertha. Hello, we're talking about tradwife culture because there was a book that Mrs. G recommended that I was like, we were talking about tradwife core as a wallpaper, and I was like, how dare you? By the way, because she was making fun of my wallpaper choices in my house in this game. And then we started talking about, like, I was mentioning that there was a movie that I think Anne Hathaway had purchased the rights to, I guess, to make into a movie of a tradwife influencer that's thrust into, like, in the time that they're emulating, basically. Yeah, I think we should take Bertha. It's been, oh my gosh, I think it's been a few years since we've had the girl, so I think I'm down for that. We are unfortunately raising the resources. I'm so sorry. And this is all about just not being picky. Okay, we can't always have Vesta, you know? Hello. She is a cutie. Do you really come? She also looks like, you know, okay. She kind of reminds me of the content creator Black Forager. Do you know who I'm talking about? The literal fairy queen that talks about like happy snacking, don't die. I think that Bertha gives Forager vibes, like going out and singing like which one is a snack and which one will kill you. That sort of thing. Oh wait, no, we got to invite you. I'm sorry. Hi. Yeah, no. Forager vibes, 100%. Such a cutie. Move to my island. Yeah. You see it? Thank you. Like, listen, I love them. I love them. The fact that they are normalizing foraging and talking about like different foods that are available in the US, and the literal like political and racial undertones of like why foraging was made illegal, and like, you know, gathering things from the wild, and it's so good. I think they had a book come out recently. I think they did. So that's a goal of mine. You like the outside of her house? I haven't seen her house in a hot minute, but hello, Kitty Chocolate fan. All right, just making sure. Oh yeah, oh here, let me like send you, here. If you want to subscribe to Literal Whimsy, hold on. There we go. Hell yeah, they reached 1 million as they should. In certain places, yeah, you can be fined. But again, there's a lot of systemic racism revolving about, you know, where it's illegal and why. Like, for example, there's a photographer, we're talking on the subject of race, so it's a black artist, right? And she was saying how, with her camera, going to a national park, which is, you know, free to do, as it should be, you know, often she is asked, like, what are you doing here? And I'm going, taking a walk, touching grass. Like, what do you mean? Like, you are not obligated to explain why you are in a national park, unless, of course, you're burying bodies. Like, if you are dressed mafia-core and you have a really weirdly shaped trash bag, I will have concerns. But, like, a person who is literally just walking and minding their own business, they don't owe you jack squat. Hello, Peyton. Hello. Oh, it's okay, Migs. How are you doing? How are things? Peyton, it's been a hot minute. Peyton, I reset Lagum. I know. Everyone's shocked, too. How are you doing? It's been a hot minute. We're doing early, like, vanilla vibes, right? We're gathering, we're foraging, we're gathering. But yeah, I love their videos. They have a beautiful voice. I think they use they them pronouns. Oh, we got a cone. I think. Okay, now we don't have to worry about it. I know, Peyton, I know. It was just, I got everything out of Lagum that I needed, and we're moving towards a new era for Artsy, as I talk about myself in third person. You know, it's just like we needed that change. So I re-rolled, I was picky. We rolled 36 times to get what I wanted, and we are now at Mount Utori. You're just thinking about work and relaxing? Absolutely. We've had kind of, not a stressful week. Okay, we had a bit of a stressful weekend, but we stress order cake for delivery, specifically, I can word, Castella cake, because it's so airy and nummy. I'm good. I've been dealing with some stuff and just had a convention this weekend, which was super fun. I've been well about you and all the super people here. Well, we have a lot of changes that are happening over here. For example, I'm going back to school for my second master's degree. I'm going to be taking courses from a school in Wales to become a librarian. And hopefully we'll have the ability within the next couple of years to be employed by a school. It doesn't necessarily have to be HubSpot school, but that's the dream, really. And I've just been, like, trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing with, like, my son starting pre-K, and it's really exciting. Yeah! Oh, Castella cake's delicious. It's, it has, is it mirin? It's a, I think it's like a rice syrup thing. I think. It's something. Oh, do I want... This is going to be cabin core, right? Do cabins have... Would a cabin like Forest Core Island have palm trees? We'll see. Nintendo, let me have the weird physics of Cocopia, please, where I can turn trees into shrubs. That would be awesome, actually. Actually, that would be pretty awesome. Also, this is a banging haul. That's so cool. I'm going back to school, too. I'm retraining at 39 from one industry to a totally different one. Congratulations! Oh my gosh. Listen, we love a rejuvenation, like reclaiming a new identity in the later years, because I'm going back to school at 36. So I fully feel those feels. That's so exciting. I'm so excited for you. Like, you don't have to be in your early 20s to start over, you know? But congratulations, that's amazing. Did anyone see we're taking this girl, by the way, because we're doing one ticket hunts. So I either take them or I don't. And then I'm down a ticket. So that's gonna be fun. I've been playing for missed jobs in hopes that I can find something. Aw, Megs. So I hope that job that you were striving for got back to you. They would be missing out on a really good person for the job if they didn't. I would have been graduating from my college this year, but my schedule's reduced, so I'll be graduating next year and then go back into the fall for an IT program. That's so exciting. Go you. And also, like, I know how frustrating it is to, like, have to take a break for whatever reason, but, like, you're doing it. That's great. You will actually do it. You will actually do it. You can do hard things. I know that. If Miss Rachel said that I can do hard things while starting out as a new parent, you can do hard things. You can do it. Oh, for sure. Like, so here's something that we were talking about yesterday. Because the Artsy Gamer may go on a hiatus starting in the fall. Because I'm not sure what school is going to look like. I'm not sure what my son's needs are going to be with getting used to a new school and stuff. And so I'm trying to figure out what that day or what those days are going to look like. And also I want to continue volunteering at the library so that by the time I graduate with my master's, I can say that I have over 1,000 hours in the library and I know what I'm doing, that sort of thing. But I've been thinking, like, if I moved away or if I started adding other things to the Artsy Gamer brand, like I want to do co-working streams, for example, where it's like I'm working on schoolwork and then we play games. I also want to do videos where I'm talking about, you know, the importance of, like, library politics, basically. Like, is it the librarian's job to not censor work, for example, and how you curate a collection that is well-rounded, but also is, I don't want to use the word safe, but it's like, it is progressive for society, not progressive politically, but progressive for society, but also is historically honest and historically relevant, right? And I was like, you know, art is so subjective in how we talk about things, and like there's art in video games, for example, there's storytelling, and you know, the like games and stuff are also archived pieces of information. So it's like I feel that I can add like the librarian-esque aspect to what I bring already to the Artsy Gamer, but I also have this tendency of adding more things to my plate that I have time for, and then I just end up not doing any of it. So it's like it's revitalizing my inspiration, but you know, I want to make my video game, right? Like I want to make my video game, I want to get back into art. It's like I won't have time to do those videos, which sucks. Like if I had the ability to hire an editor, I could just literally do the recording, which is work, but like all of the true nitty-gritty work of making videos is the editing. Like that's the thing that takes the most time. So it's like if I had the funds to hire an editor, I probably could output more stuff. I don't have the time. All right, let's like decorate. I mean, I went for the interview. I thought it was okay, but it was weird. I didn't like that it was a group interview. I mean, oh yeah. No, I had that happen with a position I had applied to when I was younger. And I was like, I did not like how that felt at all. All right, we're gonna put this here because we're just decorating everywhere. Okay, so we have Bertha down. We have the Bertha girl, and now we need to find our lazy, and we need to find our Peppy. Naru, hello. I think the reason why I was hired for the like the group interview is because it was a tutoring position at like one of those tutoring after school programs that were really popular in the 2000s, if you know, you know. Score Learning Center, by the way, it's no longer available. But the reason why I got the job is because I actually went there for tutoring when I was younger. And so I already knew what to do. I already knew about like all of the stuff that they did without much training. Megs, I hope you will too. Job searching is always so stressful. All right, let's see. I'm trying to think, like, the two lazies that I would skip over are Al and Ozzy. I do not like Ozzy. Ozzy is literally a nope for me. And Al is just too much Scientology on an island. I can't. That's too John Travolta-y for me. Trying to think, like, what else? Like, I'm more than willing to try Sister Fruit Island. Although I think I already have oranges, right? But we'll get more money this way. We can get Money Rock after this. It'd be great. All right, who do we have? It's Benedict. Okay, okay. I'm trying to think if I've had Egbert. I don't think I've had Benedict before. Okay. Captain Price, hello, how are ya? My favorite island is somewhere is officially 4.5 months old. 4.5 months. I log on whenever I so desire, pick away at areas, and just play casually. I'm doing really well. How are you? Come to my island, sure. The whole point of this island is to not be picky and try new things. Cool. So far, I think the only... Well, no, maybe... I'm trying to remember if I've had Benedict before. I know that I've had Egbert. Okay, so far we have 2 villagers that I've never had. And then we have 2 villagers that I've had before. At least once. I feel your passion, I feel your dilemmas. I know. Thank you, I appreciate it. It's like, I would love to be like a commentary creator, like talking about books and like talking about like having nuanced conversations that revolve around art. Lori, hello. Unglazed dish yet? Oh, perfect. But I don't have time. I don't have time. And I'm also dealing with, I think, a lot of ADHD burnout that after finally being late diagnosed and medicated, it's like I have been thriving on cortisol for so many years that my body has finally come to collect, and I don't know how to relax. And I think that's another goal of mine. It's just like, listen, you can't do everything, which is so upsetting to say. Like, I can't do everything. I can't. And I need to be okay with the fact that I can't tell every story that I want to tell and that I want to do everything because I don't have the time, I don't have the resources, I don't have the energy. I don't. And so I just need to like take things as they are, which is kind of like the Mount Utori vibe is we're taking the stroll, we're moving forward, we're not getting distracted. My biggest OP in life is that I can't do, I know. And I wonder if that's like, you know, was everyone, I'm sure everyone here was told that they were like gifted as a kid, right? And with being ADHD, a lot of my teachers are like, well, at the time, she's super smart. Like, if only she applied herself. And I was like, if only I respected you, you know? And so, I think with being told you can do everything that you set your mind to, you're never really taught reasonable limitations and reasonable expectations, and to just be like, okay with this one thing. And what I've realized that if I got back into comics, or if I did comics again, I think I would do like short story ones where it tells really interesting stories, but with like 3 pages maybe, instead of trying to start a whole new hobby of just like writing this one story. And I was thinking about that with game development too, that I'm getting into game development because I have this one story I want to tell. But to do that, I have to learn a lot of different things in order to do that. And that's just really hard for one person. Yeah, no, Daydreamer was a big one for me. I feel those feels. Oh no, I need to get this. Truly, I'm in the same boat, different storm, and I don't regret the decisions I made. That was for the betterment of myself and my family. I made major mistakes, but I'm surviving. You can do it. Thank you. I think it's just when life doesn't go the way that people just like not beat into you, but like just honed in and just said like, this is how it's going to be. This is what you need to do. And then, you know, the recession hits and wars happen. And then all of a sudden these unrealistic expectations of entry-level positions become the norm. Like, what do you mean for an entry-level position? An entry-level position, you need to have a PhD, 5 years of experience in a software that's only been around for 6 months. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean that you are openly exploiting people for less money? What do you mean? And so it's the burnout's real, y'all. It's so hard. Kitty, hello. What am I looking for? I'm not looking for any specific villager. We're doing the thing where it's like a 1-ticket hunt and we're just taking them as they are. So I've gotten Bertha and I've gotten Benedict, and then we'll see who our Pappy is. I say this, oh my god, that is such a I know that people are going to disagree with me, but I think that The Good Place is one of the best representations of like story flow and storytelling that I've ever seen in a show. It had a great start, it had great twists, and it had a beautiful ending. The ending was amazing. It like the redemption arcs, the realization that the people were not perfect, if not just awful. And just like talking about, it's such a good show. We should rewatch it actually. That's such a good show. It's like you need 2 years experience. Yeah, like what do you mean? That's what training is for, Basti. Okay. Here's something that I'm not crapping on the university for this, because I was sitting with this later that, you know, having a couple hundred hours of volunteer experience before you start a master's program means that by the time you graduate, you can say that you not only have the time, but you have the learning, right? So I sat with that, realizing that having hours that reflect what you've done with your school is really important. But I was sitting with this whole notion of like, listen, I already have a master's degree, okay? Like that does have a background of information science. And I'm not saying that being a librarian isn't challenging. It is. It is an underappreciated, undervalued, you know, gift to society, truly. Go to your local library, love your librarians consensually. But I was like, I don't think I need 400 hours to show that I know what I'm doing. Because one thing that really does bother people is that I'm really fast at what I do. So if you tell me how to do something, I'll know how to do it, and then I'll finish, and then there's like a whole like day ahead of me that they had left for me to do. I'm like, I'm done in 15 minutes. So it's just like the whole workflow thing is just nonsense. They don't want to train us. I know, a robot, no, it's... Well, what I find so hilarious is that all these CEOs who have fired their human workers and employees are starting to get the bill for the AI usage, and it's actually significantly more expensive to maintain those AI whatevers to do the work that, or to attempt to do the work that the human employees had done. And I'm like, you know, That's a FAFO moment. That's a FAFO moment right there. How can we get experience when I know. Listen, Megs, it is the chicken and the egg question. It really is. I think it's because most people are digitally illiterate, as in, and I'm not saying that you can't use the internet, but literacy isn't just about you know how to use it, it's that you understand, it's comprehension, right? And I'm not saying at all that I am like, I understand everything about what goes on with the internet, but it's like social media is not free. It's not. Like, it requires you to sign away your ownership rights of your identity, of your content, of everything that you post, which is why I'm like, listen, there are some people who are using your images, your words, to do things that are horrific. And you need to, like, not post everything about yourself, about your family, about your children anymore, because it's getting gross out here, you know? And so I think a lot of CEOs do not understand that it is expensive to maintain that. It really is. Gotta get a shovel. Yeah, exactly. That's one of the main reasons as to why, like, listen, Meta is not better than TikTok, right? But I refuse to use more social media platforms where my information is just going wherever. You know, like, I hate it. I really do. And I think that's one of the main reasons as to why I don't understand TikTok. Whenever I see, like, the drama of what's going on with various creators, I'm like, how on earth is that appealing? How on earth is that appealing? I don't understand. During my first job as a teenager, it'd take me half an hour to come up with an activity, and then they said they would get upset, my coworker and I, because I had nothing to do afterwards. Yeah, like, I think there's this whole thing where if you're not busy, you're not productive, and I'm like, listen, if I'm not happy, I'm not productive. So if I can finish something in 15 minutes, and then I can either, you know, think about fun things that I want to work on, that's better for you, because then I'm more creative for your endeavors. So it's like, I think at the top, managers and CEOs are so out of touch about how efficient people are, especially those who have grown up with the internet. And as I said, I'm not as digitally literate as other people, and I'm not even going to pretend to say that I am, but I'm so sick and tired of people having these, like, shocked Pikachu faces, like, what do you mean? What do you mean AI is expensive to use? Like, what do you mean that Windows is going to become a subscription-based thing when we didn't even want Windows 11? Like, what are you talking about? Sometimes I look at TikTok and I think it'd be fun to make videos, and I see the, oh, I know. Yeah, if the one benefit that I feel about just, like, me making decisions to not do, like, go down that route of creating stuff is, like, I just don't want to be on a commentary creator's, like, don't be like this person. I'm so glad that I don't know who these people are, honestly. I'm so glad that I don't know any mommy bloggers. I'm so glad that I don't know these people who just do overconsumption core and just, like, flaunt their wealth in a time where people can't afford various things, and that there's just creators who are not uplifting voices to talk about things that are truly a big deal right now. Like, what is the point of having a platform and, you know, influencing people if you're not going to talk about the hard things? Like, what's the point? That was the whole point of social media, is to be social and to share who you are. And now it's become like this, you know, easy business model of affiliate links and all that thing. And I'm not shaming people who use affiliate links, but you know what I'm going with. So, Meta's gonna start offering paid memberships they didn't realize. Yeah, I know. It's almost like utilizing a huge amount of natural resources is going to be expensive. I don't know. Anyway. All right, let's dump this and go back for our last bean. Yep, everything is an ad. That's why I've always been very hesitant about, you know, not doing sponsorships. Like, one, also, like, many sponsorships have ghosted me because I ask really annoying questions like, you know, where is this coming from? And actually, no, I will be paid for my time. I'm not doing this for free. But I'm not here to sell you a thing. If I think that you would like a thing and I'm working with a company, I will, this is like, I know that this is a parasocial relationship dynamic. You should take me with a grain of salt like anything else. But if there's ever any sponsorships on this channel for whatever reason, I either use the product, I believe that what they're doing is ethically sound, and I'm always going to be very honest about why. You know, it's like, hey, money's tight, I'm getting paid, and here it is. But I can't. I can't in good conscience just like use this platform to sell you things that I don't actually believe in. You know what I mean? Connect GPT to your oh my God. Okay, here's another thing. Listen, I know that I'm not digitally literate. Do not put your medical records with ChatGPT. Do not do that. Do not. Because if insurance companies are connecting to ChatGPT for whatever reason, they're going to have your stuff and they will deny you claims. Do not do that. There's like, it's so terrifying by how trusting we've become with being online that everyone's like, oh no, it's perfectly fine to just like ask ChatGPT medical advice. And I'm just like, ChatGPT cannot tell the difference between hemlock and carrot, okay? Like these AI apps of like figuring out what plant that you're seeing, you can literally die. That's the whole thing with Black Forager, by the way, like talking about AI apps. Like you cannot trust because there is no human oversight with that. And that is so dangerous. It is so dangerous. And I'm so annoyed that like the whole search feature with Google has just become AI overview. So if you are interested, I'm just letting you know this is not sponsored. There is a developing search function, a search engine called Kagi. It is paid. You have to pay for it with a certain number of searches, but I think it has AI toggled off automatically, so you don't get AI search functions. And they did have like an overview, but you can just turn that off as well. I know DuckDuckGo is making great strides with being a search engine. So if you are using a different search engine, let's have that conversation, because screw that, really. I know, DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo. 100%. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, okay? But I think we're starting to see the AI bubble literally start to pop, where everyone is just getting so upset. And that is not even like a progressive statement. Like that is just a people thing. It's disgusting. Shannon, hello! Use DuckDuckGo and you can turn off AI. Yeah, exactly. Like there's somebody else that said this too. It's like, I don't think that you should have to opt out for AI. I think you should have to opt in which case, if you were going to use AI, you have to pay for it. That's my personal humble opinion. I really should do that AI video. I really should. Because the problem with the way, again, with digital literacy is that AI as a science is really cool. It's really cool. It has a very long and rich history that goes all the way back, well, probably further back to Alan Turing. Like there's this whole history that we take for granted, along with just like the age of the computer and the internet, right? And so there's a lot of technologies that rely on artificial intelligence, but unfortunately, we are focusing only on this small arm of AI that's, you know, generative content. You know, it's generative imaging, generative words, and there is so much that could be done that could be so positive with AI. You know, like I'm okay with my washing machine and my dryer having an AI software that determines how soiled or how wet or anything about my clothing and makes the decision of how, like, what settings to use so that it is not over consuming anything, it's not wasteful, and that it pays attention to the environment. That sort of AI, awesome. If there's dishes that need to have this extra thing, cool. But like I don't need to have AI write me an email. I don't. I don't need to have AI write me an email. I am okay with AI being utilized for closed captioning of different languages, which is something that YouTube's doing. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with AI being used as an assistive form of technology. That's no problem. But like making a generative cat doing weird things, like just learn how to bloody draw. Learn how to draw. I'm not saying drawing isn't hard, but it's not hard actually. No, you make bad art. Make bad art, please. Like suck at doing something before you become good at something. This is my TED Talk rant. I get so annoyed. No, Google search it's so useless. It's awful. Oh yeah, the marketing too. And what bothers me is for the longest time, for literal months, I had AI ads on YouTube. And I'm like, listen, I know that I talk about AI. I know that the algorithm is focusing on the fact that we talk about AI a lot in a negative like context. But I'm just like, excuse me, read the room. Read the room. No, we're not doing AI here. No. No, 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 no. Bad art's how you get to good art. It takes time. Yeah, and see, that's the other thing too. Bad art, like art's subjective, right? There are some pieces where it's from, you know, a very talented artist where I'm just like, I'm not a fan, you know? I'm not a fan. Oh, is this? It's Sprinkle! Oh my gosh, we got such cuties. We got such cuties today. Okay. Sprinkle. I love Sprinkle, okay? I had Sprinkle on Lagom. And I feel like I may want to leave it to chance to see which villager shows up instead, because I've had her recently. You know? I don't know. What do you all think? I'm not being picky because I don't like her. I just feel like maybe I just want to be a bit random. You started going to Reddit forums? That's a good one. Bring back forums and like in general. Bring back forums. For sure. It's hard because, and I will say that in my game development journey, I have used AI to try to understand something that's like not working with my code. And I'm just going to say, like, I'm not like copy pasting stuff. It's like, can you explain to me how this works? And what I realized is, one, the code is almost always correct. It's like all of the like little functions within the game engine that they aren't privy to, which is the flaw in AI. Like if your code is sound, they're just going to say it should work, which means like that's kind of the problem with AI. It doesn't see the whole picture, right? It can't make that judgment. And the struggle I have is like whenever I have a question about coding and stuff, whenever I go to like forums, they're like, well, did you do like the first like learn how to code thing? I'm like, yes. I'm asking a question because I literally don't know and I'm trying to figure out the language. So it's hard when you're trying to do something by yourself and you don't have like a teacher that you can just message being like, why isn't this working? It should, you know? And so I think a lot of people unfortunately turn to AI because there aren't like forums where you can ask these questions. There aren't communities that you can ask for help and try to figure out why something isn't working. And I think that's more of a societal isolation problem that we need to work through, and that AI is taking advantage of, or the people who are developing AI are taking advantage of. Oh no! On the light note, you found your sabotage leak. Oh, that's awesome. I'd be picky. Nice seeing you, Sprinkle. Okay. It's your island. We want new island peeps. Okay, thank you. So, like, that's kind of like where I sit with when it comes to AI, that I do think there is the ability, on a much smaller scale, obviously, and with better technology, because they're currently using technology that it was not made for what AI is doing. But I've come to realize that it doesn't see the whole picture, and it's not helpful, and it just makes me feel even more frustrated that I can't figure out what's going on even with an AI function. So I don't use it very often. And that's another reason why I started taking a very expensive course with game development, because the person actually breaks down like what vector 2 means. Whereas most game development like classes and stuff, they just kind of assume that you know what vector is mathematically. And so it's like, I'm starting to understand the things that I took for granted or just like kind of didn't know. And it's making it a lot easier for me to practice. So I'm very excited for that. Also, what do all those AI data centers need obscene amounts for water for? It's for cooling, apparently. And there's, you know, I just... Water is already such a precious resource. We are already, like, insecure about water in general. Like, I lived in a country that was one of the top 5 water insecure countries in the world, which was Malta. And I saw firsthand the true detriment of what it looked like to not actually try to fix that at the time. I think they've since been better about it with like new representatives and things. But it's like, again, in the same way with technology, we take natural resources for granted. I think a really eye-opening fact that I learned is that wood is like one of the rarest resources in the universe. Like how truly unique our world is, being, you know, having this much fresh water and like all of like the perfect things that are needed to make life happen. And I was just like, wow, we really think that we're gods, truly. Like we think that we are just the bee's knees that can do everything, and it's just it's eye-opening. Yeah, no, it's like, if we're gonna get political, because we do on this channel a lot, Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez shared a jar of dirty water that was from the sink of a community that was for drinking, and it was like Flint levels of brown, Flint levels of like bad water. You know what I mean? It's just. It's horrific. It really is. Yeah, no, wood is precious. Wood is precious. It is so cool about like all of these things that are on this planet that we just take for granted. That's not the cool part, but I'm always so in awe of the things that I learn from smarter people, that we don't see things as we probably should, you know? Well, and again, like, I use threads as like a thing to talk about like parenting and gaming and stuff, but it's like, we have no excuse. Smash Mouth was talking about there was a hole in the ozone layer, and like the ice is getting pretty thin. Like that was from the late 90s, early 2000s. We've been aware. But it's mind-boggling where we have this need for immediate satisfaction, which, you know, plays a role with AI, with the algorithm, with what we watch, with what we consume. And, you know, we expect deliveries to be next day at the detriment of employees in, like, with Amazon. Like, even in Korea, delivery culture is so intense here that, like, I can order things at midnight and it'll arrive at 5 a.m. You know, just like random things, eggs, coffee, cat litter, like anything. And that does have an environmental toll, you know? They almost built one 5 miles from my house, but luckily the community fought it after one public forum and it got canceled. And they decided, yeah, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And what's always really sad is, like, I know for a fact that the science behind AI can and does do good. It's absolutely possible. But does it need to have 600 data centers in the state of Virginia? No. Does it need to have you know, random generative stuff and slop that is quite frankly useless? No. And instead it just, if you are having to fight tooth and nail for a technology that people don't want, then maybe you should learn from the era of Google plus Google and realize that it's not working. Do you all remember Google plus? Like, do you all remember? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Man, what a time. What a time that was. Art might not be easy, but I can't imagine being satisfied. I know, it's like, what do you mean you wrote a book? Like, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. You did not write a book. You commissioned a book. You commissioned an art piece. That is not from you. No, 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 no. No, no, no. If you guys want incorrect answers, I can drink a gallon of water and tell you. See, listen, I'm better than AI. I don't consume that much water, and I produce this just fine. All right, I think. Wait, we're skipping. That's right, we're skipping. We're not inviting the girl. Yeah, no, like support your local artists for sure, for sure. And I guess it's just like that's the hard part too, because there is such an economic divide with like the top 500 people in the world, with like the billionaires and now our trillionaire, but it's like being creative is so hard. And I think what I really hope is that people are able to find time to be creative without the hope or expectation of making money. And that's not to say that you don't deserve to make money. You just deserve to live a life of leisure that's free of concern of where the next meal is going to go, or if you're going to be able to pay your bills, you know. But I feel that influencer culture did this disservice where people feel like they have to create content instead of just create, and feeling like anything that you do has to be perfect, otherwise what's the point? Okay, I think I can sell all of these. We'll sell all of these. Hot take, I cannot abide channels that make those awful AI songs for their theme, whatever. Immediate unsubscribe. Yeah, yeah, I feel those feels. Everything has to be perfect to make you lots of money. Why can't I just have fun? I think it's because we were taught that, like, if, you know, that's not a sustainable part of living. And so it's like, I think the clapback of, oh, I can actually make money by doing something I enjoy. But yeah, the biggest mistake I made with making comics was that I tried really hard really early to feel like I was earning people's views instead of just making the stuff. And if I had just shut up and just like made my story and started posting, I think I would have done a lot better instead of worrying about Patreon and worrying about uploads and all that nonsense. I really should have just shut up and drew it. But instead I made it a business. And so I was doing all these other things to try to earn people's money and respect. So don't do that. I bought so many stickers and a sticker book. Oh, so that's another thing too. I want to get a sticker book. Unrelated, super unrelated. I want to get a sticker book also. We're gonna do some decorating over here. Hold on. So yeah, we're gonna get this. Do some more decorating. That's me as a creative. I cannot. It makes me mad. My opinions are mine, my family members. My issue is figuring out how to strategically place my stickers on my bottles. Oh, that is truly, that's the question of the era. How stickers stick. How to stick your stickers. Mm-hmm. So this is the normal, right? No, this is the lazy. Okay. So we're gonna start placing these things. Yeah. Honestly, Slay J, I don't know. I've had this complaint where I don't actually, I don't know who's live anymore. Like, you remember how on the side of your YouTube page that, like, your subscriptions at the very top, it would be in order of who is live streaming, like who is live, and then who has, like, uploaded something, right, for you to, like, peruse. And now for some reason, like, I don't know who's live anymore. I don't, and it's so frustrating. Yeah, no, Slay J, exactly. Like, I feel, there have been instances where I've actually been legitimately worried, like, wow, I haven't heard from this creator in like a month. Are they okay? And it turns out they've been posting all the time. I've just been out of the loop, you know? It's been very frustrating. Okay, so we'll do this. And then, you know what, let's, I don't know if anyone else tries to make it pretty, but we're gonna try to make it pretty, like right there. Yeah. And then put this like right here. Yeah. And then I think I need interior. It's the pears. Okay, so pear, pot. I also like trying to make it pretty. Okay, let's craft. When I loaded the app, it brought up a stream of yours from like 3 years ago, but it said you were live in your icon. Yeah, no, seriously. Like, why are you making this difficult? Why are you making this difficult, actually? All right, so we need this one, and then I didn't make the bed yet. I have to switch to my other water bottle since this one needs to be washed. I don't think I can use like 3 of my stickers as they're not waterproof. Oh no, can you make stickers waterproof? I don't know if that's a silly question. Also, being able to craft from storage has been so helpful. Oh my gosh. Okay. Submit. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then this one I think is the peppy. So I need wooden block stereo table, rose wreath. I bought some at con. Ooh, nice. Let's see. I need garden chair, table, bird bath. Okay. Oh, I could just like literally craft the whole thing. I'm being so silly. Okay, 1. And... oh, that's cool. It goes away as you craft. That is so clever. That is so clever. Do you see how that it's like, it's getting rid of things? That's amazing, actually. What? That's a great function. All right, let me see. We need to have 2 of these. So, bless. Literal bless. Yeah, no, starting a 3.0 island is pretty cool. Yeah, no, it's so great. Yeah, I'll just craft all of these then, I guess, because I think I have everything. Yeah, and you could just like, you just keep crafting. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is excellent. I can see why people are saying like it's a breath of fresh air to redo it. Now I'm trying to think like which Peppy I would be very unhappy to have. Bubbles would definitely be personal growth. I'd be kind of sad to have to do have two hippos. I'm not a fan of Shino. I think those are the only two. I think. I'm trying to think of like what other Peppy that I may not be a fan of. Thank you, Artsy and lovely people. I gotta go study. Good luck. Thank you so much. No regrets. Absolutely. No regrets. No regrets. Yeah. Let's do it. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. All right, let's do... Can I put like... I think I can put this here without it getting mad at me, right? No, not you. Here, we'll just do this. Do this. Oh, I already did that. Whoops. Okay, so then let me turn this in. Yep. Submit these items. Mm-hmm. And then submit this one. Where are we at? Enjoy your lurk, Megs. Okay, so this is the wooden one. Okay, so we're going to put... I guess we'll put the chair. No, it's the... log dining. Okay, we'll put the log dining right here. And then this is an OSHA this is a an OSHA hazard. Ignore, please. Ignore. Okay. Bertha's smart. It'll be fine. I'm really excited for Bertha, though. I am legitimately very excited. Let's see. Wait, where's the wooden bucket? There you go. And then we'll put, like, the bird bath right here. Wait, it's on the third, right? So if I put it right here, right? Like that. Yeah. And then maybe we can put this right here. I love this square table. I'm not a fan of the big round one. It does not spark joy. Actually, we'll put it back here. Garden table. Yeah. And then we'll put this like right here. Confetti cake is in the oven. Time to do productive things. I believe in you. That's going to be super fun. Okay, let's do this. And we'll talk to Thomas Nookington. And I think this is where we're going to get what's it called? Fencing, right? Oh, Mystic, I agree. I wish we had the ability to put it in the center. Thank you so much for all your hard work. That means the rest is up to me. It's time to get started. Okay, so we get to see who's the Peppy. That's gonna be exciting. Let me give you a token of my appreciation as promised. Yes, this is for you. Yep, fencing. Cool. Okay, fencing should make it easier, and I'm positive it'll lead you to some interesting new landscaping scenes. I'm thinking about 50 pieces of simple wood fencing should give you an excellent start. And the, ooh. Yeah, we'll get some fencing. Alright. Let's do this. Let's get some fencing. Please select from the following. Redeem. I don't often use this fencing, if ever, and I think I want to do that. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't have any bamboo, unfortunately, but I should probably take it. Should probably take it, yeah? Yeah. I'm trying to do different things with this island, I think. Is there anything else that we want to do? Oh, Custom Design Pro. Yes. Might as well. So we need to find the money spot. We need to do some tree shaking and some resource gathering. And I'm trying to think what else that we can do for the day. I've been trying to take it easy. Like, we're not going to time travel to get all of the beans in their houses, I don't think. I'm trying to be chill about it. Ooh, arrow. Okay, so I think we definitely need some of these things. So buy. Yep. Yeah, sure. Yep. And then we'll get a nuptial bell. And then, yeah, bummer. Oh, that's so exciting. That's right, because it's wedding season. I don't think I've seen Harvey yet on the island. Alright, so you used to have one of those bells next to the plaza. Yeah, I love those bells. I think that, I know that they're used for like, oh, wedding, but I just think that they're a beautiful, like they're great for camp, right? Like you can sound the alarm of it's time to wake up. Oh no, Peyton, I'm sorry. Let's craft. We have you. Oh, I need to craft a, what's it called? This thing. To say that I did. Otherwise, Laser Sharp will be very disappointed. Let me see what else. Is there anything else? Ooh, we got like stuff that we can craft too. Oh, that's exciting. That's super exciting. Okay. Oh yeah. You know who my first DIY gifter was? It was Frank with the sleigh. I was so upset. Like, how dare you? Actually give me something that's great. Alright, so we're not going to get a what's it called? I can word. We're not going to get customization during stream, unfortunately. Little Artsy's crafting while I'm sewing. I love that for you. Alright, let's do this. Get it out of the way. Yep. Oh no! I'm just like walking around. Oh no! What's the star thing? Oh no! Oh no! But real talk, if there was not a tone shift, but if there was like literal co-working streams, I don't know if that would be members only or not. I don't think so. But like if there was like co-working streams where throughout the week, if I was free, that I would do that sort of thing, would that be a helpful space for other people? Like we would do the Pomodoro thing where we work for 20 minutes or something and then we play for 20 minutes and then we just do that. I need you. Oh wait, no, I have that in my inventory. What am I doing? Store? Okay. All right. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to put you here. We should start this process as well. Oh, I'm almost full. Okay, so I can start this process. Yeah. Just to say that I did. I need to get some of this. So we are low on clay. We need to focus on that. We are good with hardwood for a bit. And okay, so we're doing okay. We're doing all right. So I think now it's just kind of like just doing dailies, doing Nook Mile stuff. Seeing what that would look like. What are our dailies for the day? So I need to get fossils assessed, sell a hot item for a fortune, do group stretching, catch a common butterfly, and catch fish. Oh, I already did those. Okay. So let's go around and gather, I guess. Go around and gather. I need to figure out like where I'm putting like fruits, you know? We'll figure it out. It'll be okay. Oh, one of them may be crafting too. I need to remember that. And there's a common butterfly. I am so distracted, y'all. I'm so distracted today. I got gas. You know I'm broke when I was excited to pay under $4. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, how's gas for people? Because people have been telling me it's like 5 something a gallon in some places, and I was like, what? The most I think I ever paid in the States was $4.50. I think. Hello. Morning, Sunbeam. We can gift you. We can gift you now. Let's go. Wait, hold on. I can gift you. I'm gonna gift you. I'm super gifting you right now. Where's the umbrella? We're doing the happy umbrella. Hold on. Hold on, bestie. We're making this happen for you. All right, here. Please take. It's a little cheaper than when the war began, so that's a positive. Oh, love that. Love, hate that. Hate, love that. Leaf umbrella. Take. Thank you. Whoa, a leaf umbrella. Thanks. Now this is stylish. Surprise gift. A rotary phone. Perfect. Yeah, we're going like, we're not going retro, but I think it'd be really fun to have like, oh my god, is this going to be my cottagecore era? Is this going to be my cottagecore era? Be my napalm era? I still need to watch that movie. No, not you. Not you. Okay, 1. On the bright side, BP has reported record... yeah? I bet. Let's see. Where is the... Are you crafting? I'm gonna take this just in case that you... Diesel, hello, how are you? Welcome in. Oh, we don't know who the Peppy is. Oh, snap. We don't know who the Peppy is yet. You're not crafting either. Rude. Also, we're not close enough to be friends. Wow. Wow, Axel. Clearly, Phoebe is a girl's girl. Girl's envy? A girl's envy. Mm-hmm. And an envy's girl? An envy's girl. I always get that mixed up of which one is representing which. Okay, so you don't get your umbrella yet. You don't get your umbrella. Did I miss anything thrilling? We went villager hunting. We picked whoever was at the island. So we did a 3-ticket hunt for 3 villagers. We skipped on the Peppy. So the Peppy is somebody we don't know. So we're going to get Benedict, who's a chicken. And we got Bertha, which is very exciting. And then we got... Who did we get? Pango, okay. It's been a hot minute since we've had Pango. Wait, have I had Pango? Hold on. No, I've had Pango. I had Pango for, Redwood, I think. So it's been a hot minute since we've had Pango. So we have an anteater. Actually, looking at these villagers, I think this is probably the most colorful I've had as villagers. That's exciting. My friend accidentally peeled the protective layer off their sticker and they brought... Oh no! That's a shame. That's a shame. So what we're doing is we're just doing the dailies and gathering resources and starting to decorate. It's a Hugh Morris sticker from Tomodachi Life, living the dream. That's so cute. Christian, hello. Welcome in. Okay, so we need to exercise. Okay. And then we need to do a hot item for a fortune. What's the hot item for the day? A campfire. Oh, well, I guess I can get rid of these campfires. So campfire 1. It's not like they're gonna need them right now. And then campfire 2. Okay. But nothing particularly thrilling. Just we were having a huge conversation about AI and different search engines that you can use, because Google is going down the whole like AI overview is the thing. So let's see, campfire, and then I need to plant this and rotary phone, and yeah, we'll just sell these two. Oh, I want that candle. I don't think I purchased that. I already have 2 of these. I'm upset that both Timmy and Tommy are selling a smoker and Red is selling a smoker. 600 bells. Yeah, we need some candles. That'd be cute. I'm also super excited because Hubsma and I have a tentative camping trip planned for the 3 of us. It'll be the kiddos' first time. No, I thought it was let's see, blue. Do we want to... I mean, we could try blue. No, none of these are really calling to me. The cork flooring, I think I want to get, though. And then... let's see what else. Oh, I do love this one. We'll get you. Yep. And then, do we have any flowers that I want to play with? Teaching Babs... Yes, we will be teaching Babs Mod. I don't know if we're allowed to, like, make fire. We'll have to see. There may be designated areas. It may depend. It depends, I think. Oh, wait, I did sell it, right? Swinging bench, candle. Okay. Store. Let me see. That being old enough to camp is crazy. How time flies. I know. He's starting pre-K. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? Where is... I don't know where anything is on this island. Oh, it's all the way up there. Okay. This has been my favorite thing to do for the peninsula, is like a swinging bench sitting out situation. So I think we're just gonna start decorating it that way. Let's see, we're gonna do swinging bench. Yep. And then we'll put like a little campfire thing right here. Have rotary phone. A little campfire here. I remember when he was still crawling at the time. I know, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? This channel has documented so much about, like, my life, just in general. It's crazy. Oh, wait, you're new. We have, like, oh, it's June, so we got, like, new bugs and stuff. And... okay, there we go. Nice. All right, so we've got like new bugs to get, and all right, candles right here. I'll turn that off. That's a safety hazard. Is there any other buggy boos that we can catch? What was I doing? Oh, I was collecting things. We were planting things. That's right. I keep forgetting. Yeah. Maybe do we need... Where can I start the planting process? I think we're gonna do one. Yep. And then we'll do like 2 here. Yeah. So far, I only have peaches, not peaches, I'm sorry. So far, I only have, I think, pears and oranges and palm trees and coconut trees. So I'm trying to figure out, like, I could probably go to my son's island and pick up the other ones, but I'm trying really hard to not, like, just depend on other developed islands to do things. Unless, of course, it's at their store. So we got, yeah, we're trying, oh, because we're gonna need to do this for getting the what's it called? I can word today. I swear to you, I speak English. Trying to get the really expensive bugs, because I think, is it June when you're new? In June when they start getting like the really expensive beetles. Is this going to be another forever? Yes, I think so. I think instead of just like striving for a forever island that's never going to be reset for whatever reason, I think what I'm going to do is that it's forever for now. It is being treated as this is going to be a long-term goal of mine. And I think a goal I have that I would like to achieve is that I would like to finish Happy Home Paradise on this island. And so maybe maybe what I'll do is start like doing Happy Home videos, because I kind of actually miss the no commentary, like Sparksby stuff. I really miss seeing that, and how people, oh, I missed one, darn. And how like people decorated. I really liked that. Now where is the docks? The docks are over there, okay. But yeah, I'm trying to keep it casual. I'm trying really hard to be like, you know, if I want a specific villager, instead of going hunting for them and just like losing my mind, I'll actually use my amiibos, because I have a lot of amiibos. I might as well use them, right? Oh, this won't grow. That will get really upsetty spaghetti with me. So I'm gonna try to be like, have all of the different personalities there, and I think maybe after a while, if I want to start phasing out some of the villagers that I'm just like ready to move on, that I'll get like Vesta and Antonio and Fang and Olivia. Although, you know, here I was thinking like I have to have my comfort villagers, and I must have had some personal growth. I'm like, no, I have had them. They're, I think Fang, no, it was Antonio and Vesta. That Antonio and Vesta that I had on Lagom have been in existence since Rags to Riches. So that was like since 2023. They've been around for almost 3 years. So it's like, I think I'm okay with trying to have different villagers, unless like I'm feeling like Vesta and Antonio specifically. Maybe, I don't know. It's really weird to have like Antonio without Fang. That'd be really weird. Let me see, what else? What do we got? Was there anything else that I was planning on accomplishing? The law, oh yeah. Okay, so let's play around with that, shall we? How do you all use this fencing? Because I struggle best with this one a lot. We'll do 1. Oh wait, I can do this. Haha, 1. 2. Wait, no, not you. And then it would be this one. Yeah, I want to play around with this fencing, because I don't typically like this fencing at all. And I would like to change my mind about it. So if anyone has any ideas about like how to use this fencing, let me know, because it would be perfect for like cabin core. 2, there we go. And then Let's do... Oh. That is spam. How dare you interrupt me? Thank you. Let me put this on. There we go. But yeah, I think it's going to be more casual. I think it's actually going to be more vanilla than Lagom was, because Lagom I was giving myself like, you know, I'm gonna go to a treasure island, it's whatever. But like I had rules of using the seasonal shrubs, which I will probably still do. I like doing that a lot. Using the fruit trees and the flowers, which is why I was so picky about it. So yeah. Also, I'm a terrible human being. We've had a bubble break for a hot minute and we have not done a bubble break. So let me figure out what to do next. Actually, I'm gonna hold on to this because we will be going swimming. And then I'm going to drop a few things. Yeah, I think that it'll be around for a while. For as long as it brings me joy. Which maybe for a while. I'm really liking the island so far. I was pickier than I was with Lagom because I said I only had a few re-rolls that I was allowing myself to do. And so this time it's like I got to be picky. I got to decide, you know, how I wanted the island to be, and it already feels like I guess I just needed more control instead of just like letting things be as they were. Okay, let's play around with some fencing. So we'll do like this one. Ugh. I'm not a fan of this fencing. I'm really not. I wish I liked it more. I don't. There we go. And then we do this. Yeah, we'll do... Andrew, hello. How are you? Good morning from my perspective. I hope that you're having a great time. Oh, wait, can we like combine this, I think? Yeah, let's combine that. That'll be fun. Let's do like some actual decorating. Man, the early decorating vibes. It never gets old. Let's see, and then can I go like this a bit? Yeah, and then we'll put like, oh, man, can I move? Well, hold on, wait, I have literal pears. Like just grab a thing. Also, I need a plant. I need to literally plant a tree. Let's plant a pear tree to say that I did. Like right there. Yeah. So for those who were playing Pokopia, how have your thoughts been on the game? Because I really love the game, but also there's just like, there's so much to do. There's so much to do. Let's do, oh, push. Let's go. 1, 2, and that maybe. And here, we'll actually do something a little wacky doodle pants. We're actually going to push this down a little. Can I like still reach this if I'm... Can I still do that? No. Oh, that's right. You love it? You're playing it right now? Yeah, there's just... God, there's so much to do. I would like to eventually do a Cloud Island, but again, I was so burned with the literal children who were just being ridiculous and obnoxious that I was like, man, I was really hoping that I could make that a community-wide effort to like make a really cool island. It is a feature. That's the point. It literally is the point. We got 10 bells to our name. Love that. I really should do that video too. I really should just do this after stream is that I do the recording. I'm glad that I have the island though, because, you know, I was planning on doing footage of Animal Crossing and Pokopia, and it's kind of hard to do when you are deleting your island, you know? Let's see. Okay, we got the lawnmower. Let's put... You know what? Yeah, we're gonna be... We're idly decorating, you know? Handcart here. Yep. Put that, like, right here, like that. And then maybe... Yeah, we'll put this here. Because we love... No, not you. I love that, but no, not you. And then place... Laser Sharp, hello! Laser Sharp, you missed the pitfall. I'm so sad. How are you doing? Okay, stone stool. Let's put like, yeah, we're getting ready to do some like decorating. So place. I know. I was disappointed for you. Let's put like, can we put this tree? No, we're gonna put this back here. I pitfalled myself. I did pitfall myself. I felt that you would be so proud. Let's see what else. We got the leaf umbrella. We've got the loafers. We got the lawnmower. I think I'm gonna put the lawnmower... Yeah, back here. Like, they're assuming that we're gonna be doing anything with the weeds until we get our good friend, Leaf. That's adorable. That's not happening. And then, what else? Leaf umbrella. Oh yeah, we were doing more of this. How are we so close to June? I know. I couldn't even tell you. It's just, it's crazy doodle. It's crazy doodle wacky pants. Yeah, we'll put that like right there. Trying to be... I really wish that I could show my son's island because I'm very proud of how like just kid-oriented it is. He's actually, so here's another weekly win. It's not even my weekly win, but I'm gonna share it because I'm just a proud mama. But he's starting to get really interested in gaming, right? Like, and so he's been navigating, learning how to use the controls, and so he was like, he's like picking stuff up. He's learning terraforming and waterscaping, and he is causing such a mess. And I'm like, that's the whole point of this island, is for you to learn. So he was like cutting down trees, and his absolute delight of getting stung by a wasp was so funny. It was so funny. Okay, we're gonna we'll put like this here. Oh no, actually we'll do this. Yeah. Yes, happy Pride Month to my favorite queer icon of cozy gaming. Aw, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. There are others, but I appreciate that I am your favorite. I appreciate it. Okay, and then we'll do this one. And then that. There we go. Was there like anything? We're down to 19. We're down to 19. I would like to use all of these because it'll help me get to 3 stars. So here, why don't we have like, it's not a gated community, okay? We don't stand for that nonsense. HOA can go step on Legos forever, but we're just we're gonna make it pretty. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it'd be 1, 2, and then 3. And then was there another place that I can like just put some fencing down that would make it interesting? I know that we're going to need more fencing eventually. We're gonna need more fencing. It's 70, but humidity is 68. It feels like tepid soup. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, you know what? We don't... Listen. I've already used nearly 50 pieces. It's fine. It's totally fine. We don't have to worry about that. Actually, you know what we could do? Because I'm trying to, like, get used to using this specific fencing, is that we'll use the log fencing behind the Nook's Cranny. There we go. Yeah, we'll do that. And then I'll put the rest of this stuff away. But yeah, it's June, friends. Happy Pride. A reminder that you matter, you don't owe anyone an explanation, and you deserve to wear and be who you want. With, you know, with the obvious requirement of being kind to yourself and others and all that jazz. But I know I don't have to tell that to you all. Okay, well, oh, no, I don't. No. We're gonna put you away in storage. In storage, and then put in storage. Where did I put the bloody thing? We're gonna put. Actually, no. We're gonna play with that. I've been thinking about fashion recently. I would really like to get back into figuring out what my style is. And then we've got flowers that we can start purchasing too. Can I? Oh, I can put. Oh, sweet. Sweet. Love that. Love it. Okay, so we're gonna do 1. Yep. 2. 3. There we go. So we're at 5. And then we're gonna do... Yeah, we'll do 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do like 4. I know that it's not gonna match, but whatever. There we go. Cool. Cool. So we now have 50 down. And then was there something else that we were working on? Oh right, a bubble break. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Where are the bubbles? There we go. We'll take that break. I'm so sorry, friends. I'm so sorry. So friends, we like to do a couple of things on the Artsy Gamer. We like to talk about our weekly goals and weekly wins. So if there's something that you've been wanting to celebrate and share, or you have goals for the week, I want to hear it. My goal is more decluttering and preparing for the summer. And a lot of the main stressors that I had for the last couple of weeks, which has really impacted my mental health, is finally like coming together. So I was like, so I now feel like I have energy. I'm sleeping. It's great. But I've been like really itching to get back into art though. Like I want to make art. Isn't that weird? I know the Artsy Gamer wants to make art. It's crazy. So I may have a video recorded at some point this week. Hopefully, maybe, don't know. I will not be streaming Friday. I'll be streaming Wednesday. It's election day in Korea, so I'm going to use that time to volunteer at the library on Friday. So I'm just letting you know there's going to be a change in the lineup. But yeah, I want to hear how you all are doing. But we are working on a bubble break right now where every 10 and an additional 10 likes, so 10, 30, 60, 100 math, because math is hard apparently. We take a mindful moment with just collecting ourselves, and like if you've been in the office goblin position, straighten up your spine. I know it's pride, but your spine deserves to be straight, okay? Okay? So if you have any sort of chronic pain conditions or limited mobility, just do what you can, do it carefully, do it safely. You know your body best. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Have some hydration because I've been bad about that. Grab your water, take your meds, eat a nom or a non, unclench the beautiful jaw because this is where we get a lot of our stress, and we're gonna do a nice big belly breath. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Ooh, dinner, yummy. That's, oh man, I really wish I knew how to sew. I'm not very good at it. It's very intimidating. The log cabin looking fence reminds me of the horseshoe pit in The Sims. The horseshoe pit in The Sims. What's the horseshoe pit? What does that mean? No, but it's curved. No. Okay, so we got the fences. Cool. What was the other thing that we were doing? We need to donate a lot to Blathers, actually. So let's get started with that, because it also means if we already have repeats. Oh, we can do this too. Actually, yeah, let's like do some flower watering. We can also buy from the twins, the Nookingtons, to actually start like the flower process. I think also I do want to take it slow also with decorating. So I think the rule that I had for Casual Crossing with Lagom is that if I bred one of the flowers, like if I bred a color, that I could just get it from however. And I've decided that I think I want to go slow with this one. So I think for this specific island, I want to play around with pink windflowers. Maybe the green mums if I can swing it, because the green mums were a Lagom nightmare. And I think I also... I want to use the roses for like decorating around the what's it called? The cabins. Horseshoes is a game where you aim horseshoes. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Well, I know that there was a game of horseshoes, but the horseshoe pit sounded like that's where like it's like the elephant graveyard, you know? That's how it sounded to me, and I was a little concerned. Like, the Sims, even before the whole nonsense with EA, had some wild times. And of course, I get this in Plant Tracer Shops. So I do need to do that. Okay, so let's water these. We've got some butterflies. Yeah, okay, so I think maybe a goal for this island is that I do want to actually complete Happy Home Paradise. Like, I want to do all of the villagers that are available without amiibo. I think that's a good goal, I think. I think that's a really good goal. I think I want to try that. So if I did technically one a day, since once we get there, that would be interesting. Okay, so we got... Let's buy some roses. And then there was white tulips. Sure. And then there was white windflowers. Okay, white windflowers make blue ones. I think, right? And then we've got yellow roses. And then we've got yellow tulips. Okay. Yeah, so what would be like a good combination? I was either thinking green mums or maybe purple mums, because purple mums would look really pretty with like a forest vibe. Purple mums is something that I think Blaine uses a lot with his forest vibe. All right, let's do red roses. Nice. Okay, so we'll do one of you. Okay. And then I'm gonna have to move all of these, but whatever. Let's do white tulips. Yeah, sure. We'll do plant. And then yeah, we'll play around with other ones. So you. And then let's do 2 red here. Yeah. Was it a tulip or windflower? Okay, it's 2 windflowers, alright. We'll do that. And then I already have a few flowers over here, but let's get started with maybe we'll do 1, 2, 3, and then 4. It's so wild that you would think that a red windflower and a white windflower would make a pink windflower, but in actuality, it's a red and an orange, and then 2 whites make a blue. Isn't that super fun? All right, I already have a bee. Sorry, the bee's knees. Okay, and we'll start with some. Yeah, we'll do this one here. Yep. And then let's go with white tulip here. And you know what I should have done? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. It's okay. We'll be alright. So we'll do red or yellow. Cat. Jeez. The cat is being a tart. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Excuse you. You know better. Thank you. Thank you. You're gonna be a tart. Thank you. Want to say hi to the people? This person was playing with the blinds. Hi. Hi. You ready to get up? No. You're fine. The flowers, the I know. Okay, I'm actually kicking you out. I love you. Go be with the bro. See you later. Oh my goodness. That cat, I swear. Anyway. Alright, so then we'll do... It was roses. And... oh, wait, no, actually, yeah, wait, we'll do this. So tulips. And then tulips. And then roses. And then... there we go. And then maybe we'll play around, like, listen, it's gonna be basic as hell, okay? It's gonna be basic as hell. Let's see, there we go. You had to use the fish method? What's the fish method? I've learned from, there's this method that, Alexi uses in the videos that he's shared before. And I found like I've had a lot of success with it, but what I found very interesting is like once you get to that red rose that will guarantee a blue to some percentage, that it can also produce different flower colors, which I thought was very interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna... no, you know what? Let's do the watering. That'll get me points. It goes along on the color of the rose rather than any genetic testing. Oh. Interesting. Oh, maybe because it's like it looks like a fishbone thing or something? Or that it... oh man, that's interesting. I can't imagine why it'd be called that. The Pango. That'll be a nice addition. Let's change. I have really colorful villagers with this one. I just let the roses breed for a while and then I just look up some red roses and isolated them. So is that... did you successfully get blues that way? Ooh, there's the money spot. I thought about applying the windflower to see if that gets me a purple windflower. I gave up, I think, on either the purple windflower or the purple pansy, and they ended up with just breeding a purple when I just decorated with it. Can't stay, but I want to sneak in and say hi, Mama Cat. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here for the time that we have you. Then eventually delivered, and I go, oh wow, interesting. That's so cool. I wonder if they changed the genetics at all to make it easier or make it more likely. I doubt it. I doubt Nintendo would do that. Here, we'll do that one. Yep. Okay. And then, was there anything else that I was hoping to accomplish before we started this part? So we did the watering. We talked to the villagers. We went shopping. We did some decorating. Did I water these guys? I didn't water them. Yeah, let's go do this. Oh man, I just realized that I can get a bunch of fish bait now and just like craft Oh man, that's gonna be exciting. You shared it in Discord? Thank you, Yoshi. Alright, let's do, I've also been trying to catch like 10 bugs, 10 fish, 10 sea creatures a day because that helps with like just catching a lot of things. So maybe we'll do that too. It is 11. We still have about an hour and a half. So I think we'll do that. Seriously, starting an island in the summer is like the best because you get almost everything that you need. It's just starting out. It's great. Some people call me a sweat here. I got Mastercaster on day 2. That's so cool. Congrats. I think I got mine the first time when I was in the hospital and I was like, well, I might as well just like do something with my time. So like late at night when I couldn't sleep, I just fished. You know, that was so fun. Oh sweet. So we can start playing around with this. Nice. And I can also decorate too. It depends on what we have that's extra. Can I do anything else? Make a donation. Yeah, I started in June and there were lots of Dorado and oh man. Okay. Oh wow, so there's literally only one thing, the T-Rex torso. Okay. So the oh wow. Did I get 2 right? Oh man. Oh, sorry, I'm like all ishy. Newton, hello, it's good to see you. How are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Doing multiples. Okay, cool. No, we're good. We're Gucci good. Alright, so let's see. That will make us some good monies, actually, if I really wanted to. Scott, hello! How are you settling into the new house? I hope you're doing well. Oh man, we've got a lot of stuff that we're finding out. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. Alas, Scott, we did not get Stu as the starting lazy. I know you're disappointed. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Been super busy getting decorated and putting away. Oh, the dream. The dream. That's how I would deal with my mess. It's just like, I wish I could do the thing in Animal Crossing where I could just like poof things out of existence and then just like redecorate. That'd be awesome. We'll find him someday. We probably will. We probably will. Let's see. Make a donation, please, and thank you. We're gonna... Oh, this poor man. There's like so many bugs and stuff. Several things. Thank you. But yeah, we have... I don't know. Were you here when we got the island, Scott? I don't remember. Everything's been a bit of a haze right now. But we have a new island. It now has some snail lore because this island looks like a little snail with like eye stalks. But we have Axel and we have Phoebe and we got Bertha and we got Benedict and then we skipped over Sprinkle and got Pango instead. So we're very excited. I love snails too. Here, I know that when people talk about having hyperfixations, that there's like this assumption that you know everything about a topic. And for me, like, I know a little bit about gastropods, and I love snails and I love hermit crabs, but I just love them. I think they're so cool. I think they're so neat. And if I could have like a little mini terrarium over here, like a bioactive one that had a snail, you bet your bottom dollar I would. I don't know if I can sell that right now because the idea of having a snail, which depending on how well you treat it, could live a very long time. I don't know how I feel about just bringing a snail into the house as of yet. But yeah, there's a There's a snail account that I follow specifically on Threads, and the person behind it named the snail Meryl Streep. And I think the goal is to have Meryl Streep either like or follow the account. But they're so cute. I'm surprised that I've learned that apparently laying eggs is very, well, of course, it's very exhausting and intensive. And so the fact that this snail has survived 2 egg laying has been really interesting. Because apparently there's certain snails that don't survive the egg laying process, which is always so sad. Pigeons and snails, pigeons are awesome. They're so cool. We did snails, not snails, we did snails dirty too, but we did pigeons so dirty. So unbelievably dirty. And it's such a shame because like there's lots of different types of pigeons, and I think pigeons fall under the dove family, right? Like they're basically a similar species, I think. And there's so many different types of pigeons. Like there are fancy pigeons, y'all. Like look up fancy pigeons, not on Google because we already had that rant, but like look up fancy pigeons. There's some beautiful birds. All right, so we did the money. We did the flowering, we did some idle decorating. Oh, they're not sky rats. They did so much for like the war, insert a war, as messenger birds. Like, I feel you, I feel you. Okay, what can we do? Oh, we need to do exercising. Am I going to be exercising? No. In fact, I think what I'm gonna do, friends, is that I'm gonna take a step. I'm gonna take a step back and like stretch and maybe like grab a quick nom and we'll I'll be back in like a minute. So hold on. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Look at, oh, wait, here. I stretched. I did the thing. Tigress, hello, how are you? They're close cousins that you can interbreed. Oh, interesting. It was perfect timing. I was like, I'm gonna take a break. Friends, also, yes, thank you so much for doing a shout out for Tigress. I think you're working on the newest, what was it? I can word. Donkey Kong. Did you finish the Donkey Kong game yet? Look at that. We're doing it. But yeah, I'm doing really well. I'm really enjoying this island. We did a 1-ticket hunt for the 3 plots. We got Bertha, Benedict, and we skipped over Sprinkle because I had her recently on my most recent island, and so we got Pango to autofill. So let's do some more dailies. You did the game was stressful but fun. See, I really do like, I love Nintendo games, but I just like, I cannot, I didn't grow up with Kirby. I didn't grow up with Donkey Kong. I played some games with friends, and sometimes like, I really want to have this conversation about like digital ownership of media. Like the fact that we don't technically own our games, like unless it's the physical copy anymore. And they're doing away with that for a whole variety of reasons. But I'm just like, if I could rent a Donkey Kong game or a Kirby game, or like the Forgotten Lands for like a discounted price, and that if I decided I want to buy the game, that I would purchase it at that discount of like what I've already paid for. Like I would like that. I would. I know a streamer whose thing is pigeons. We love Lockleth on this channel. Lockleth calls me Artsy. Lockleth is amazing. Her and is it Carpool Gaming is her podcast with a couple of other creators. Lockleth is wonderful. We love her. Yeah, same thing with streaming. My husband and I buy every Blu-ray and DVD we can find in the Insane Plex server because oh no, for sure. For sure. Oh, yep, I'm Arsty. Yeah, she was having like, I'm not saying this to diminish dyslexia, but she was having like a moment where she was switching her the letters between, and she was calling me Arsty, and I kid you not, I was doing winter holiday cards, and there was an instance where I actually had signed my name Arsty, and I caught myself a couple of times, but I ended up accidentally sending an Arsty one, and I was so embarrassed. But the person who received it took it like, of course they thought it was hilarious because they knew the story behind it, but I was like, oh my god. But yeah, I know, I don't know if I want to get into my vinyl era because I'm starting to get back into really loving music. I had years where I didn't listen to music anymore. Medical trauma will do that to you, but like, I feel that in the current era of how technology is becoming more digital and digitized, that I worry that we won't actually have ownership of anything anymore, and what ownership actually means. And I feel like we don't have the rights put into place of what digital ownership means. Which is why, by the way, if you are ever doing any sort of online or digital commission, that you have in the contract the statements of where ownership ends with you and where ownership begins with the person you've given it to. Because technically speaking, commercial and personal commissions are different for artists. If you were doing a personal commission, technically speaking, you still own that piece. But if you do a commercial commission, then there is ownership shifting, that you could still have ownership with rights of like reusing certain assets, but for the most part, the ownership goes to the person who bought it. Dyslexia will do that for sure. No, right to repair. I think that there was something in Europe that they're moving towards that. I think, because there was this whole conversation about how a person should absolutely have the right to be able to repair whatever technology they have. I don't care. If my Nintendo Switch 2 is broken, I should be able to find a way to fix it. And I know that Nintendo has a huge issue about that with modding and stuff, but I'm like, listen, we paid a bunch of money for this piece of technology, so I understand your concerns, but also it's the thing that I bought. It is mine. So it's really interesting how we've kind of just let big companies say, no, actually, we can just brick your Switch if we have any sort of concern that you are modding this. And I'm like, I mean, there's there's a lot of worse things going on in the world, bestie, than somebody being able to mod trees a certain way in Animal Crossing. One thing I'm glad Nintendo is finally getting down is the sharing of digital game cards. Yeah, you were talking about that. You were talking about how you were able to play the game, the Donkey Kong game, because you had it on like, you could share it with a family member. John Deere can brick a tractor over Wi-Fi. PIL that tractors work over Wi-Fi. I didn't know that. That's, excuse my Clatchian, that's stupid. Like, that's a lot of... I am distrustful of companies. I'm more trusting of people. I am distrustful of companies. I don't think... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Okay, I'm just gonna like finish this. I don't think companies should have that right. You know, I mean, maybe it would be different for me if like I was producing hardware and it was being used maliciously. Like maybe there would be certain special occasions, but like, no, Samsung does not have a right to brick my dryer or my washing machine. I'm sorry. No. I'm paying $300, $450 for a gaming system. Listen, you are among a crowd who agree. I agree. I 100% agree. Few of the new tractors have really advanced electronics in them. I'm not saying that, I'm surprised that it's over Wi-Fi though. Like, I'm not saying this is going to happen, okay? Like, I'm not saying that there's going to be this weird weather thing, because there was that whole fear with Y2K, and I still don't know the whole nuance of Y2K and the concerns, but like, putting everything in the cloud that feels so scary. That feels so scary. And I know that physical media degrades over time. Like, for example, cassette reels and film, like those things are not permanent. And I think that digitalizing a lot of that work is helpful, but like, I've read 1984, friends. The Ministry of Truth will just change things, you know? And or remove them. They raised the Steam Deck to be 1,000. Hold on. Tigers, I'm not saying you aren't being correct. I just need to see this. Yep. Nope, you are correct. A lot of people are saying that Valve's massive price hikes just ruined the Steam Deck. Like, the whole point of the Steam Deck was to be a more, what was it? A moddable and technically more affordable than the Switch. What are they thinking? What are they thinking? Oh my goodness. I'm not paying $1,000 for that. And like, listen, HubSpot's Steam Deck is great. It's not $1,000 worth, besties. Listen, if the Steam Deck made me an espresso and gave me daily aspirations and affirmations and all of that, maybe I would consider it being like a $700 thing. But like, no, not $1,000. No. No. The thing that most people don't want to acknowledge is nothing is permanent. No, it's true. It's true. Oh, wait, no, we can get rid of it. For PC Sims? I'm a PC Sim. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with a Steam Deck. I like the Steam Deck. I think I had the same criticisms about the Steam Deck that I had for the Switch 2, is that it's so bulky in your hand. But thankfully, because of like the actual weight for it, like the weight, like you can actually hold it, but with this, like holding the Switch 2 was very difficult for me. But man, what a bummer. No, like, you can get a full gaming PC for about $1,000. So I don't know what they're thinking. That's a bummer. Ooh, a mermaid lamp. We like lamps here. Nice. Except for death and paying taxes, everything. I know. No, you don't. No. We were literally talking about AI earlier. That's not bringing down the chat. It's bringing to light how economically, I don't want to say the word blind because I don't think that's the correct word. How economically out of touch these tech bros are. Yeah, no, seriously, get a gaming PC. Get a gaming PC, because with a gaming PC, you know what you could do? You could literally have a like a projector. It's not the same as a Steam Deck, obviously, because the whole point of Steam Deck is portability. But I'm like, $1,000 is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, I thought that the price for the Switch 2 was a bit much, to be honest. But like, the amount that I play and use on it, I don't know. Gotta go now. I hope the rest of the stream goes great. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's okay, it's okay. And friends, if you want to have some more delightful Nintendo gaming, go subscribe to Tigress. She's great. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. Who's it? This one? No, this one and this one, right? Because everything else is the same. Yeah. And then we'll sell this. Another rule that I'm making for myself is that I'm saving bugs and fish for CJ, and like now that the store is open and that I can find and I can make more money. So I was selling bugs and fish a little bit early on, but right now I think we're just moving away from that. So, okay, we've donated all that we need to donate for that. I think I'm gonna start gathering clams for fishing. And then we'll do some bug catching too. With a HDMI cable, you can even use your TV. I know, seriously. Yeah, right, Chains? Hi, it's good to see you. Yeah, it's just... I don't know. I'm of two minds, right? I think that we also take for granted that a lot of things are cheap because of labor that is, quite frankly, slavery, right? In various countries. And so I know that companies cut corners and will abuse their people and the production to keep things cheap. So on one hand, I feel that it is important to pay people a livable wage for the work that they do. And that will probably mean that in general, things will be more expensive than what we anticipated, but I don't think that's what Valve is doing. Luxie, hello, how are you? Welcome in. That's so disappointing. Man, I wonder if Malcolm's gonna talk about that. Wait, we got a buggy poo. But wait, hello? Ooh, we got shells too, sweet. No, wait, come back. Thank you. Yeah, no, just get a gaming laptop. The kids at HubSmod school are so funny because, you know, it's weird to see the shift between, you know, Apple and Mac being a, like, hard to accommodate in schools because it required, like, an adapter and all this weird thing, and now it's, like, the standard, which is weird. But it's funny when they see that I have a different laptop and it's a gaming laptop and they know what it is and they're like, oh, do you play games? I'm like, yeah. And they're just like, you're so cool. I'm like, well, I'm a nerd, so I'm glad that my nerdiness is cool to you, but yeah. Honestly, my outdated Chromebook works fine before gaming, a bit laggy, but it's okay. Oh man, I think HubSmod's Chromebook, oh man, I don't think it works anymore. What was the discussion about Steam prices? So Luxie, apparently the Steam Deck, the portable, basically the portable computer that is used for playing Steam games and can be used for a lot of other things, the price was raised to being like $1,000. So we were talking about what that means. It's crazy pants. I can't believe it. I can believe it. I can believe it because apparently we're just seeing in real time tech oligarchs just be gross. But yeah, the audacity, the literal audacity. Oh, Luxie, you got Pacopia, didn't you? Did you start playing it yet? And I'm just like, listen, the Steam Deck has a lot of great features. I'm not saying it's not. It has a lot of accessibility stuff that's great. It's moddable, like you can emulate on there. You can do a lot with it. Not for $1,000. At that point, I would just build my own. I would just build my own, honestly. No, not you. So, that's crazy. That's crazy. I think I'm at the point where I don't have to worry about hoarding things as much, right? So I think we'll start making the flimsies not flimsy anymore. At least the ones that we're using. Yeah, we'll make the flimsy fishing rod not a flimsy fishing rod. Remember when stuff was like a few bucks back in the 50s and 60s? I don't remember, I wasn't born then, but I mean, I know that we do have a, I don't know, like, based on inflation, what the price was, but I think it's a complete shift of what we're capable of doing. Like, my parents could own a house before they were 30, both working, but, like, they could own a house, and on starting salaries for the most part, and I'm like, the literal dream. The dream. And just like the way that people approach work now, and oh wait, no, I'll just get you. I'm at the point for raising humidity levels for Slowpoke. Oh, that's fun. Best of luck. I wish you the best of luck of getting everything humid. Right, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I know that we caught a few bugs today. Because I think I donated 2, so technically speaking, I think we're done. So we'll do place. Yep. Oh, taxing. Yeah. No, taxing. It's been funny to see the whole thing with Mondani, where it was like, so you mean to tell me? Oh, wait, I need you. Oh, geez. No, I don't need you. That he cleared the New York City deficit, like the whole thing, by taxing the rich. And get this, friends, you will be so surprised, Pikachu. They're still rich. Wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Could not imagine. Okay, so now I think we just have, oh, we're gonna go dig the bodies. Let's do it. Let's see, we're gonna go grab. Wait, is that one? No. It's almost like rich people have for the most part, a lot of security and stuff revolving their money, and that they will have all these investments that by being taxed, it's not actually going to impact them. Wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Getting RAM or... Oh, I know. RAM is so expensive now. RAM and graphic cards are ridiculous. Man, if I could go back in time, I'm not... Listen, there's a lot of things to be said about NVIDIA. But if I could go back in time and buy some shares... Man. Where is the flipping... No. Where are you? Okay. Hunting for clams. We're hunting for clams. There's one. That's not the right spot, though. One. Okay. I should have bought a house 20 years ago instead of being in school. You should have been born just 20, like, you know, a whole, like, generation before, Yoshi. How dare. How dare. Like, literally. Also, like, literally, where are the clams, though? Where are the clams? We don't get sharks until July, right? The audacity of being born when you were. June has sharks, okay. Oh, it does. June does have sharks? No way. And you know what? We totally got a shark. Absolutely. See, look how sharky shark this one brain cell bean is. And then the fish. But, you know, great. Sharks come out when... You were born in Y2K, the audacity of me not buying... seriously. The second. You weren't investing in utero? You weren't thinking about your shares when you were potty training? Like, what was the point of sitting on the toilet if you weren't looking at Wall Street? Like, how dare? Ooh, the whale shark's out early. Okay, I'm trying to find, like, flippin'... Where's the... Where? I'm just a horrible investor. It's honestly, I think what's really sad, and I say this as for myself, is that I feel that would have been so important in school to talk about. Like, I was taught in civics, like, how to do a budget. Like, you were given a career, and then you had to, like, figure out how to live off a certain amount for the month and try to, like, budget, which, you know, we didn't even get into taxes and all of that. So it was very basic for an 8th grader. But I'm like, why weren't we taught about financial literacy in high school? Like, if they are expecting us to sign our lives away for loans, for example, or for the military, and again, this is not a criticism of people who felt the need to serve, right? But it's like, they have all this expectation of, like, oh, by the way, you are totally an adult. You should make these decisions without having any understanding of what that means. And then, oh, by the way, you're going to be spending all of your adulthood paying off these loans, just the interest, where you'll be paying off more than you loaned anyway. So the biggest, like, listen, we're just getting super political today. The biggest, like, thing about loan forgiveness, it's like these people have already paid off their loans. The only thing that they are stuck with is dealing with the stupid the increases that and stuff that happens each year. Like, these people have already paid off their loans, and I don't think a lot of people understand that mathematically. Again, financial mathematical literacy, friends. Like, I just my conspiracy brain makes it feel like it's by design. Like, I think that they do it on purpose. That they try to keep information so under wraps that it's like, oh, you don't need to know about these sort of things. You'll figure it out when you're older. No, I kind of actually want to understand what taking loans out means and what interest is and how, like, what to financially prepare for with paying those off, you know? You took finance in 9th grade. That's nice. Yeah, no, that should be the standard. It should be like there should be how to. I feel like what's that one where it's like they teach you basic living, like how to, like, sew and how to cook and home ec. Like, home ec should be a class that is just taught to everybody. That should be something that is alongside gym, in my personal humble opinion. Ooh, balloon. Balloon! It's balloon time! I miss EJ. I hope EJ is doing well. Yeah, like why isn't it the standard? And I'm basing this off of US. I wonder if it's different in different countries personally. But I get so mad. Ooh, foot pants. A guy named Dave Ramsey has been getting basic finance classes. I don't know who they are, but that sounds great. Like, really props to them. It should be required for all grades. It should be, because what I've been struggling with the past couple of weeks, and I'm trying really hard to not, like, I believe in privacy, right? Like, I talk about my kid in very generic things. Like, we talk about hard times and like struggles, but I'm not like saying what he's struggling with, because that's not my thing. But recently we've been told that like he has a second grade reading level at the age of 4. That is like oh, that's so cool. But you know, where he's really proficient in things, there are some things that are underdeveloped. And so what I have been really struggling with is like, no one really tells you as a parent like how to do that. And it's like, are you expecting parents to have a background in early education development in order to like have them be meeting certain milestones? Because at a certain point, it's like, so as long as they are communicating and doing like various things for age group, like what are we supposed to do? And I'm like, I would love to have that support from schools, where it's like, not every family can have a parent at home. Not only like a parent at home, but a parent at home devoted to the home, devoted to the child, right? And everyone's like, well, then don't have kids. But that's the point. Like, both parents are most likely working, and you were expecting them after a 9 to 5, trying to just survive, that they have to also have a background in early education and development to have these kids meeting up to par. And it's like, of course not. Of course not. It's so hard. And yet for some reason, we don't have that curriculum available early and often, of not just like kids learning how to do stuff at school, but like, hey parents, we know you're busy. We're not making that. I don't know why I was making that. We know you're busy, but like, have your kids, you know, practice like cutting things, like cutting coupons, you know, having them just like practice these skills. And they don't really have that. Yeah, we love our kid. I'm so, but see, that's another thing too. The reason why he has a second grade reading level is because we were reading to him not only in utero, but every time we went down, we established a routine of reading him 3 books at a time. And so once he started understanding the alphabet and the ABCs, we started practicing phonics and all of that. So it's like, that's because we actually had the time. Not every family does, because they're trying just to make it work. And in this economy, I can't imagine how hard that is with 2 full-time parents. I can't. Full-time parents as in like working outside of the home, if you know what I mean. Yoshi, exactly. Like, it's hard because I think a lot of parents just assume that a lot of skills are just like taught by osmosis, or like it's taught by observation, which some things are true. But it's like, unless you make it a thing of like teaching kids how to use the vacuum cleaner, how to use the dishwasher, how to use literally any of these things. Wait, do I want to keep these? I think I want to keep these. Like, how are they going to know? And then how, honestly, quite frankly, how dare you get upset at a kid who doesn't know how to do things because they were never taught? And I really struggled that as a kid, because even now, I don't have very good cleaning skills. Like, I know how to clean, but I don't really understand the step-by-step of like how to make things clean, you know? Like, I know how to clean, but I don't. You know what I mean? So it's that's something that we're really pushing for our kiddo. It's like, you have to give them the grace to just learn and not be good at it, because eventually they'll be better at it. And so it takes time, it takes patience, it can be frustrating for everybody, but eventually the kiddo will get it. I just wish that there was a lot more grace of like, I cannot tell you the amount of times that I've been asked, so be sure to play with your child. And I'm like, I do, What do you mean? Like, are you asking for specific things of play? Like, is it pretend? Is it building? Because, like, we do puzzles, we do all that stuff, but it's like there's this expectation of what play means, and it's never really taught what to do. But yeah, we're all about books here. We're all about books. Ooh, we can just do this. We can get some sharky sharks. So that was like a big realization. I say big realization a lot. That was something that I've been really just wanting to provide grace for myself. It's like, listen, no one can really tell you how to parent. It's something that you just learn on the fly. But also, I feel like if you are going to be critical of parents, that you have the ability to help them figure out what they need to catch up to speed to make sure that their kids have the most success. So instead of being jerks about it, maybe help the people who are raising the next generation of people. Ooh, Goosebumps. I've been thinking about Goosebumps. Not a fan of Harry Potter. I used to be, not anymore. But I would like to get my kid into Goosebumps because R.L. Stine is a national treasure. 100%. Let's see. Come on, I want a Sharky Shark. Can we have a Sharky Shark? I didn't really get into like reading until I was in high school. But I'm a huge advocate for graphic novels and comics. I think that that's a really great step, a big step forward for kids who really struggle with visualization. And really it's like, just as long as kids are reading, just keep kids reading. I don't care if it's a newspaper, I don't care if it's a magazine, I don't care if it's the funnies. Like, so as long as kids are reading, that's the important part. I've been trying to impart knowledge to all the kiddos in my life. I'm never gonna have my own kids, but you make a hell of an auntie. You do. Comics are peak. Yeah, no. Oh my gosh. So I've mentioned this a lot, that I do know that there's an important, like, you should read the classics if you can. But there are some instances, like, I've tried reading Utopia, like Thomas More's Utopia. Like, I understand that it's so important literarily, but I can't. But I love George Orwell. I loved Animal Farm. I like his work. I like his style in general. But for some reason, 1984 was always really intimidating for me to pick up. And I was like, in the year of our nonsense, 2026, I feel like people should be reading 1984. I think that is very important. But during the last book fair, wait, I see you. During the last book fair, there was a beautiful rendition of the graphic novel of 1984. Wait, where'd you go? Of 1984. And I bought it. Loved it, because I think they had almost every, like, they had it word for word. It was gorgeous. Utopia. Yeah, Utopia, not Zootopia. Yeah, no, Utopia. Thomas More. A lot of people view Utopia critically as like the book standard for society based on Catholic and socialist ideals, which is very interesting that socialists and Catholics have something to agree upon. Actually, I mean, it's a religious versus, but anyway, you know what I mean. So it's like, I tried reading it because I thought that it would be very interesting, but I couldn't get into it. It is like old English that was translated to being a little bit more palatable for somebody who doesn't speak Old English. It's hard. Well, manga, like, comics and manga also help with pacing too. So it's like it trains the brain to like focus on little pockets at a time, which I believe will also help with text-based reading, like just text, no imagery. Yes. Oh my gosh, the Kingdom changed. Yeah, it's a hard time. It's so difficult. Ooh, I think this is new. Yes, it's new. All right, so we've got a bunch of fish that we will be selling to CJ. I think I might as well just like finish these two. Wait, no. Wait, there you are. There you are. Wait, come back. Come back. Oh my gosh. Sir, I need you for an important step for discovery. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going so slow with this. Where did you go? No. Okay. You had to memorize the entire Oh my. Why did you have to memorize an entire chapter of the King James Bible? That sounds like one way to make somebody a-religious. I'm just saying, like, I could not imagine. Where is this bloody bug? Entire chapter? Was it at least an interesting chapter, or was it King James trying to, was King James the one that was trying to, like, say that he could annul the marriage with his wife or something? Or was that Henry? Henry had 8 wives, I know, but I feel like James was doing something a little hinky too. Where is the bug? Like, we all saw it. We all saw the thing. It was not a fever dream. Listen, I've barely even read the version that I was taught when I went to Catholic school, so don't at me. I have no idea. It was one of those chapters where it was just list who's fought. So basically, you had to read like token, like lineal. No, that's not the word. It's not linealogy, is it? No, lineage. Like, you know what I mean? Like that token chapter where it was like talking about the father of whose father who did the thing. My goodness. Okay, so Henry did that so that he could marry other women and behead them. Genealogy, thank you. For some reason I combined lineage and genealogy. Thank you. That thing. Okay. No, I think this is a good point of fishing, that we're good. Eventually I will find that bloody thing and we'll be good to go. And they want I bet. Okay. We are doing super good with, We're doing super well with the Whoosy Whatsits. Although I don't think I got all of the fossils yet. Need to step off, see ya. Gonna do my pre-bed stuff and shower. Best of luck to you. I need to figure out what I'm eating today. Like what I want to do for lunch. Yeah, let's take a look. Like we're doing pretty good. Like we've got a good amount of fish, and we got a good amount of the sea creatures. We're doing good. I'm gonna get some water. Make sure it's edible. Thank you, Nyla, for your contributions. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I've been on like a simplicity kick where I've been really liking a bowl of rice or a mixed grains with rice and and kale. It's a different type of kale than you would expect. It's like a flat kale that's really large leaf. It's popular in Korea and also in Kenya, fun fact. But I like to lightly, I guess, boil it or wilt it and then add some sesame oil, sesame seeds, and salt to that. And then add some like fried egg on top. Oh, it brings me so much joy. Add some mushrooms and scapes. Oh yeah, we got some garlic scapes on at the Costco. How did you get over here? Oh yeah, there's a thing over here. At the Costco, it's been great. Something with pineapple. I'm trying to think if we have pineapple. We may. Is there anything that's like good with a savory pineapple? I have to be careful because I have a friend that is allergic, and we try to avoid having pineapple out and about when she visits. Because, you know, killing your friends kind of sucks. Costco is goated. In Korea, we have the Costco that earns the most I think it's like the most money, highest earning per capita or something. It's ridiculous. We had chicken, broccoli, Alfredo. Ooh, yummy. Killing your friends is cringe. It's literally cancel culture. You are canceling your friend from life. That's not cool. That's not cool. Remember, friends, only you cannot kill your friends. Ooh, pineapple pancakes sounds good. King James was the one who made Catholics swear an oath of allegiance saying the Pope had no power over the king. Does anyone ever just feel like, listen, I'm sure at some point kings were and chieftains and stuff were important, but I feel like every war that we have seen historically has just been like a really upset man that needs some therapy. Is it just me? I don't know. It may just be me. Yes, eat more pineapples in our honor, please and thank you. Hey, look, anaphylactic shock. We were just talking about you. We should get a wasp model and named it Anna. You know, anaphylactic shock. It's not just you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for validating me. I feel like if more men went to therapy, we would have less war. I said what I said. I said what I said. You're getting sleepy? You should go to bed. It's late for you. So if you need to sign off and do your pre-bed stuff, I totally understand. I know, like, what was it? World War I and World War II was literally a family feud, and they just like brought in other people for funsies. I mean, we're not also talking about the unfortunate rise of National Socialism and this stupid belief about how one race is more pure and whatever than others, which is stupid. But like, you know what I mean? It just feels like, it feels like an inbred family feud, or in this case, like, a man's fifis got hurt, and so instead of going to therapy or going to a different art school, that he decided just to take over Poland for some reason. I make it make sense. The king who was empowered. And no, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my royal subject. Ugh. What a man. The performer, not the king. The performer was amazing. Kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. La, da, 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 da. I need to see the the show with the original performers, because I know most of the songs by heart, but I've never actually seen the show. And I know that when people look back on it now, when it has like that cringy girl boss sort of vibe, like, I don't know, a vibe, a literal vibe. I'm not a theater kid, I'm not. I was choir, actually. I was choir with a lot of stage fright. So I did better performing with other people in a group as opposed to by myself. But I did not star, but I did perform in a play my senior year of high school, just to like say that I did. I think I had a few lines, maybe. I was one of the fairy godmothers of like Briar Rose or something. Royalty was a direct consequence of the corrosive terms of surrender for. You know, no, that's also fair. Like, the German people having, what was it, like, was it 1 trillion francs to buy a loaf of bread? the rise of National Socialism is directly correlated with the frustrations of a large group of people who need a scapegoat and who need something to blame it on. And then they find a smaller group of people, like trans people in the US, if you know, you know, that they become a target, or, you know, immigrants. They become a target for frustration instead of actually, you know, having good positive change. But that's just me with my master's degree that focuses on politics. What do I know? I have a uterus. What do I know? Nicholas too was literally out because the people were just whining. Man, how dare the working class expect better living in the conditions that they did while like the rich were practically in squalor. Practically. I could have been a theater kid, but apparently compliance training was more important. Aw, it's a bummer. Yeah. I really enjoyed choir. I think, again, if I could go back in time, which, no. But if I could go back in time, I think I would have done more risk-taking, like in good ways. Like, you know, trying out for things, trying to improve my relationships with girls, because I was part of that era where, unfortunately, especially among, I don't know if it was among all girls of that generation, but it's like there was no community for girls back in the day. It was all like, we were vying for the attention of boys because we're not like other girls, you know, that sort of thing. And it's like, if I could go back, I would be an envy's girl, a girl's envy. I always get that wrong. And I would be like, no, actually, boys are a waste of time. Boys are a waste of time. Like, I'd rather just be friends. I'm not, if you want him, you can have him. Like, I don't want your man. I'm trying to figure out why you want your man, you know? That sort of thing. Countries do better with a government. Well, it's... Did you ever hear, like, the, there's this funny saying that Terry Pratchett says in the Discworld series that it's like, you know, 3 in a group of witches is a good number, because any more than that, it's not a covenant, it's an argument, right? And I feel like we're seeing a lot of shifting towards, you know, people actually having limits of power. I think there's actually a bill being introduced in Congress right now, I could be wrong, about there being a 12-year limit of being in office, because it's like, if you didn't accomplish what you meant to do in 12 years, you just need to get out, which I'm like, thank you. I think that would be a really good stepping stone. I know this is going to sound ageist of me, and I'm not saying that the older generation does not have valuable insight, but it's like there needs to be a max cap of who can serve. Like, just in general, I don't want a president over the age of 65. I really don't. I think that there should be a cap, and I find it silly that there's not. Like, if there's limits to how old a person can be, there should be a limit to how old someone could be. Oh, sorry. If, like, we can also move away from, like, the politics and, like, make it a little bit more, like, chill. But it's just, like, that's the thing that I keep talking about with literacy, is that we are so oversaturated with, you know, AI slop and things that do matter, but they don't, you know, because it's a distraction. To me, it's such a disservice of, like, what we could be. And I think about it all the time. It's like, wow, if we just, like, literally came together, you know, kumbaya, holding hands, right? That we could have ended cancer yesterday. We could have found so many things. It's like, I know that, is it ALS Awareness Month is happening this right now, I think? ALS has been a major topic the past couple of weeks I've seen. But it's like, with literally 8 billion people on this beautiful blue marble, we could accomplish so much if we just came together. And it's like, if you want to have borders and rules, fine, but it's like, I don't understand why people don't see the big picture. And there's been a few suggestions that it's because we literally think of ourselves as immortal, that everything that we are experiencing is as it is and it will always be that way. And that's not true. And so we have this short mindset of like, you know, we're only going to focus on me and what I need as opposed to like what's going on with the world. It's mind boggling. And I know that's very, what's the word? It's very optimistic of me to think of it that way, but there's nothing stopping us. There's nothing stopping us from, you know, really reconsidering kindness, but that also means people having to reconsider their worldviews and perspectives that, no, actually, people who are different than you live perfectly good, enriching lives, there you are, and should live what makes them happy, so as long as they don't impede on the rights of other people. And I think that's a creed that's a step too far of being a socialist, you know, woke person. It's like, I don't care if there is a person who finds a connection to a higher being wearing, like being fully like clothed head to toe. If they want to wear a burqa because it makes them happy, wear a burqa. But I don't think that's what limits people at finding connections. So I don't understand. I don't understand. Pride Month, I am bi. Nyla, we love that for you. Happier subject, happy earlier Pride. Yes, let's go. If you qualify for Social Security, you don't get to... Thank you. Yes. Although I learned something really interesting about Korea. So there's apparently a 4-year gap between the time that Koreans are to like to retire and their pension starting. And I think it has to do with the fact that in Korea, there's this expectation that the family will take care of you, but with a growing aging population in Korea, and also there's like these instances of punishment where you just don't get your pension, you don't get your national pension, or whatever happens, that like that leads to a rise of elderly homelessness. And so I was talking with a colleague of my husband's who is married to a Korean woman, and he was saying that like they have to figure out what that's going to look like because her pension won't be available for years. And I'm like, how do they expect people to live if they can basically just be fired at any time at a certain age, but there is no government support for almost half a decade? Like, that's wild to me. I don't know. Like, listen, I'm learning this secondhand. So, but when Hubsma and I learned about that, we're like, that does not make sense. That does not make sense. Like, once you retire, you should be getting your pension. You should not have to wait 4 years for your pension. That's ridiculous. So I don't know. I'm not gonna like tell you I'm going to study and find out because I will probably forget, but I just was like, wow, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. So I just, in a country where nationalized medicine actually like is taxed by a wealth bracket, so the amount that you put into national health is on the basis of what you make. So, you know, that's why it's so cheap over here. But it was wild to me to hear that. You think you hear the fiance going to bed? Thank you, Nyla. You keep being awesome. Thank you so much for being here. So that was just like a weird tidbit that I had learned. I'm going, that does not sound correct. That doesn't sound like that's helpful for anybody. Because if anything, that just leads to a rise of, you know, elderly neglect and abuse, and it sounds like it's bad time. Ooh, we got a couch. We got a couch? What color is the couch? Aw, it's cute. That is interesting. It sounds. Yeah, no, hey, listen, if you want to take on that homework and then report to me, the person who's living in Korea, so that I can tell other people about it, please. But I just like, that's so interesting. Oh. The world's so fascinating. The world is so fascinating. There's just so much going on that like people are truly living unique and enriching and horrific and amazing lives, and I will never understand. And I think that's so cool and sad, but like mostly I find that just so fascinating. Okay, let's get another. We're doing really good with the dailies. So I think if I just like stick with the dailies, if I stick with it, we'll be Gucci good. Oh wait, are you new? I don't think you're new. I think you're new though. I haven't really gone fishing up here. The world is fascinating. My country is obsessed with potatoes. Potatoes? Oh, maybe I should have potatoes for lunch. No, we'll do potatoes for dinner. We'll do potatoes for dinner. Yeah. Oh. I love like a messy potato based dish. Like we make like these messy fries where it's like it's home fries, and then you just like put vegetables or whatever you want to put on it, and then you do cheese. I've been really into like doing sour cream. Oh, I can tell I'm getting hungry. I can tell I'm getting hungry. But yeah, we got a lot done, y'all. We bought art. We played games. We have what we need for preparing for the for cap and tours with everything once we get art. We got Benedict and Bertha and Pango, which is very exciting. I'm gonna just put this here. But I think, friends, this is where we're going to leave for the day. We accomplished so much. I will one day get that banded thing. Shiloh, hello. We are actually just ending. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll catch one more fish in your honor. How's that? We'll catch one more fish in your honor, and then I'm gonna sign off and send you somewhere fun. Oh my god. Yeah, there's like, again, with like the financial literacy, I didn't know that, Diesel. I didn't know that Social Security was created to be separate from the stock market. I didn't know. And I think that's an important tidbit that everyone should know. You found out something. If you don't have 3 stars, you can't use Slumber Islands? Interesting. Well, probably because it's tied to terraforming, so that makes sense. That does make sense. A chip buddy sandwich sounds really great. A French fry okay. I think I remember seeing my good online friend Kay tell me about the French fry sandwich. What do you mean? What do you mean that's a thing? Hold on, who did I find? Hi Belle, I found Benedict, Bertha. We skipped over Sprinkle because I had her at Lagom pretty recently, and then we got Pango instead. So wait, a chip buddy sandwich. I need to see this. Chip buddy sandwich. I don't understand. This is a British thing, isn't it? Like this is the thing where people make fun of British cooking because of how ridiculous. Hold on, let me see if I can do an image. I have to share with you this nonsense. I don't understand. Oh, it's Irish? It's an Irish style. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, listen, I'm American to the bone, okay? My family has not been Irish for at least like 4 generations. This Oh wait, hold on. Where did it go? Hold on. Image. Nonsense. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Hold on. Where did it go? I have to show you. I'm not saying, okay, listen. Listen, hold on. It's like, here, we're just gonna cover this face. Like, listen. I'm not saying that potatoes don't belong on a sandwich. What I'm saying is that you gotta add other things, Basti. Like, listen, add some cabbage, okay? Add some cheese, add some onion, some garlic. This. You can add ketchup, apparently. I'm not kink shaming. I'm kink asking why. Like, can there be... You add gravy. Okay, Susie, thank you. Hi. Okay, like, listen, if it's like you put it over gravy, fine. But if it's just like just a bread with a potato, like, I would just have the bread on one side and the potato on the other. I don't understand why. Okay, you know what? I'm going to admit that I am wrong. If people say it's delicious, slancha, you know, like, if it's delicious, fine. Gravy would make sense. Okay, fine. I'm not going to argue this. If it's delicious to you, okay. It looks like it's missing something. It's like EA games with DLCs. It's missing something. Anyway, we're going to do... It frees up a hand. Listen, I'm a barbarian. You think that I'm going to have anything like manners when I eat something like that? No. Anyway, let's do a bubble break, and then I'm going to... Who can we... What is Riley doing? We're going to raid Riley KS Gaming. Let's do that. We walked into an argument. Listen, I used to have a literal ED where it's like I could not combine carbs. So like there's a part of me of going, no, but like, listen, I've grown since then. And I've just accepted that is a legitimate thing, and I'm sure it is good. I just feel like it needs something. I'm just saying. Anyway, have a lovely rest of your whatever, friends. Let's do a nice big belly breath inhale and exhale. Let's do another one. A nice big belly breath inhale and exhale. Friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me, for being part of my nonsense, for having really good deep conversations that I feel is so important in your everyday life. And just remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to others, and make art and play games and encourage others to do the same. I'll see you over at the other stream with Riley. Please be sure to leave a like at the very least. And if you like her vibe, please subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.